Going to the bathroom, stick around for a bit. Take your time.
Boo. I'm back and I'm ready. How are we? Let's,
Do what?
Huh? Alrighty. Hi, how are we this Saturday afternoon?
Hi buddy, doing well.
Oh, that's good to hear. Glad. We had 4 viewers. Where did the other 2 go? Come back, cowards. Ugh. Oh, nope, now we got a 3.
Guess
Oh
it's
my.
just one. Hello favorite streamer, I am back.
Ah, number 1 fan is back. You've been in love. Oh, and my going live notification thumbnail is me with my chin in my chest because I was looking down. Isn't that flattering?
And in case I forget, a reminder for Squid Game.
I've actually never watched Squid Game, as though I've already had like the entire first season like basically explained to me, so I kind of already knew what was happening. Oh my god, what's going on with my avatar? Holy shit! Sorry about that. All right. I think I need to recalibrate this. Hang on.
Meant by the 1-hour long video that I mentioned last time, lol.
Oh yeah.
What did you think of the trailer of Conan?
Well, it's all in my video. I thought it was pretty cool. It's pretty badass. I can't wait. Um.
Only
Well,
3 days until he is playable. Yup,
Ooh.
agreed, and guess we got a bull for Kenshi rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah. Shush.
Justice for Kenshi.
Yes. Stop using Johnny and Kenshi in these gameplay teaser trailers. Gameplay trailers.
Ghost Fist for Johnny and Bull for Kenshi.
Yeah. Even though that interaction was pretty, cute and funny. Finally, another swordsman! You seem way too excited for this fight. That was pretty funny. No prob, just putting it out there. Also trying to get Cookie to get up.
It was funny when you did the Terminator scream.
Oh yeah, you've always got to do that. Ah! Oh, the best thing about that is Arnold apparently loves it when people do impressions of him. He gets a kick out of it.
And an unexpected surprise from yesterday, Odd Giant got another video posted.
Oh really? We'll have to check it out.
Yup, anything Odd Giant gotta watch.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let's switch it over to our video tab so we can get some videos going. Alright. Oh, right as the song ended, too. Okay, let's see. Here we go. I want to try out some different meme channels. I want some stuff that's going to actually, like, hit hard. And I know the offensive memes are usually pretty good, so...
Hey, where can I find some fresh fruit around here?
That black dude's selling some nice-looking apples over there.
I already have plenty of those hanging in my tree at home.
Oh, you have your own apple tree? That's awesome!
This is a house.
Oh my god. I knew where it was going, but I was like, alright, who's gonna be the one to say it?
African fish.
Oh my god, no!
Slam my shit is fucking hard, though, I promise you.
I'm not getting into a fuck.
I didn't slam it that hard, though. Yeah, okay. Hey, can y'all hear that? I think the volume's a bit low. There we go.
Fucking shipping container?
Just for a minute. Just
Yeah, right. Next thing you know, we'll end up on Epstein's Island.
if you guys showed up on Epstein's Island, they'd be furious. No, the pussy is spoiled. Send it back.
I'm at Walmart.
Oh, that... Okay, that took me a second. Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
And I don't even know how I should feel about this. Y'all let me know.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Like, come on, bro. I know we're related.
I've actually seen those sold in my
These
my
things are
Walmart.
high af.
Right? They did look toasted.
Hi, kitty. What are you doing?
What the heck?
That was
What the fuck?
what? Huh?
Yeah, can I just have the colored sprinkles?
Lipstick.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh my god. I'm not repeating that.
Wait. Oh.
I think you're supposed to say the...
Capture the headquarters.
And I was waiting for a jump scare on the possum.
Right? I think that would have been funnier, honestly. Because that fart sounded, had to rub my eyes. That fart sounded very, added in. Like, sound effect. I was gonna say, I think the proper term is a rainbow sprinkles.
Sings in your comment.
Just go.
He sings in the pocket.
I'm gonna fucking dog in my own. Can I have that one, please?
This one.
Yeah.
1 million.
I'm not paying 1 million.
I'm not saying you should pay
I'm
1
not
million.
paying 1 million.
This is 1 million.
I am not paying £1 million for that.
But you would-
First time in a helicopter.
Boy, I too, he's in the car face with tears of joy.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't get that one. What was the joke?
I don't know.
What, speedrunning death?
Mac bowls are back for just 5.
No! The timing on that was so bad.
Blocked.
Oh my god. That place had some terrible lighting.
Wholesome 100. Brew, I knew what was going on.
Oh, these. Oh, Jesus Christ, these are offensive memes. Ugh.
Drake.
Bruh.
There's so much water in my underwear and I'm just squeezing it out right here.
Huh?
Guys know that India has its own UFC commentary.
Goodbye, my nigga. Back to the...
How are we gonna get to Minnesota from here?
Well, why don't we go down to the elephant lot and rent an elephant?
Hey, that sounds nice.
No. Nope. I really I've seen this before because somebody in my my personal Discord shared this. I know where that's going. I really hope they didn't actually let him say the word.
Go ahead.
Face without mouth. Oh my god, rolling on the floor laughing. How does one quiet their job?
I know, I was about to say, I'm going to quiet my job.
Do you just
Oh,
leave
God.
quiet like?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't even read it, so I don't know what the joke was. Grandpa, no! If you were wondering what the emote was, he was using the gun, like the turret gun thing on the plane, yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not
Lord.
sure. I'm not sure if offensive memes was a good route to go. Now, they posted this because they wanted you to laugh, okay? So don't feel bad for laughing at these. The only time it's not funny to laugh if it's somebody else that was posting this, because then that is along the lines of making fun of them. But if the disabled person themselves posted it, they obviously wanted you to laugh with them. So, yeah, don't feel too bad. What? I really hope that's just like skin damage or something that they're zapping off.
I seen worse, lol.
Oh no!
Oh my lord.
Oh my god. That's cool, but you know, like, that's good. I mean,
That
it's not
was
cool.
clever, NGL.
Yeah, clever is what I was trying to say. That's clever, but still, they caught you on camera, so.
And you mean to tell me that we can't feed our kids?
Are you kidding me? They seem to be out of chicken today, so I'll just pick up a pizza. It's no big deal.
How do you even have a backpack like that? I have never seen that before. Oh no, I remember that.
You could probably buy, like, hilariously gigantic backpacks somewhere online, I'm sure. We can't feed our kids. You know, that's not the only place to get food, right, lady? Why don't you try making a home-cooked meal? I mean, I know grocery prices are out the ass, but fast food places really aren't that far behind. They're getting expensive, too. So. I knew that was coming. It's gonna be like a plane crash joke or a 9/11 joke.
Same.
No! You're gonna die.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope.
Yep, told you.
Oh, nice. The last one.
Guess I'll die.
Bitch, I'm about to blow up.
Diddy joke LMAO.
That's a J. Cole song. It's a J. Cole song. Allahu Akbar.
Hey, what you doing here, buddy? Your owner's probably looking
I've seen this one.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hands, hands. Let me see your hands. Stop resisting.
What country has the largest oil reserves?
Diddy.
Hey, Devin, are you coming to my party
I seen
tonight?
that one too.
Oh yeah, what about Jamal?
Why?
Yeah, it's gonna be off the chain. Are you serious? What if he gets inside?
I was born with HIV. Now I am very sick with AIDS.
Yes! Fantastic! You are not coming back from that.
Like this? Or more like this? Neither! It didn't throw the drink at me!
Hello.
Hi.
What's your name?
Malachi.
How old are you, Malachi? And where are you from? Who are you with?
Oh no, not the loud
Are you a bit
house.
nervous?
Never
Alright,
seen it.
Malachi. Good luck. Trying to open my horizons.
Don't.
To the
I did.
Dr. Now. This guy is a savage.
vegetables because I'm a pretty picky eater.
You're not a picky eater if you're 600 pounds.
Ooh, damn. Okay, maybe not offensive meme. Some of these are like... Woo! Let's try Meme Sheep. I heard they're pretty good.
Doctor Now, more like Dr. Petty.
Mm-hmm.
Kermit face with tears of joy.
Yeah, like, it is petty and savage maybe, but it's like, some people, I want to say these people, I'm sorry. Some people, like, really do need to have it told to them, like, straight up. Unfortunately, so. Three Stooges. Bonk.
What the fuck, dude?
Wait.
Oh, wait.
There's a kitty cat on the stairs.
Oh my god.
Kitty, what are you doing?
Oh, it's this one again. Oh!
Stole the corn dogs.
Did he just poop out the corn dogs? What the hell? Oh my god.
It's really cold.
Bro, you broke your little hut! You broke it!
Old one today, though.
Yep, let me back in! Oh my god.
Double cut.
Damn!
Take a sip.
Okay. Okay.
Damn.
No, the food!
Albert Einstein!
God, these are going by fast.
07.
Do not tease the animals, people.
Hi, sorry, can you take a video of me real quick, just for a quick tick?
Wait, what?
Hi, sorry, can you take...
Oh, who left the dishwasher open? I've actually had that happen to me before. I tripped over the dishwasher door when it was open.
Can you take a video of me real quick, just for a quick TikTok? Can you? Thank you, kind soul. Sorry, recording me.
Stop recording me!
Are you meeting the 13-year-old boy tonight? Don't grab my phone. Why'd you gonna meet a 13-year-old?
Teasing animals are on another than teasing humans.
He's reporting something to us, actually.
Good, to be honest, I'm more scared of the human. Just saying.
You snitching. If the top of the pot starts spinning, what that mean? Like what I'm supposed to do at this point?
Buzdaro.
Oh man.
A ver, ahí con Pepe, revísalo. Eso, les quedan 19 segundos. Vamos, vamos. Vamos con la vaca. No, 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 espérate. No.
What?
Who is your favorite cameo fighter?
I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
Here, take it. It's a fish. Have a good one, man.
Yeah. First day I got in the studio. That's the first day I got. That's the first day.
Hey man, go build a little fire and cook it up. Hey, that's food right there. Go build a little fire and cook it up. There you go. Oh! No, you weren't supposed to punch him there. Okay.
Clap. Oh dang.
Small black.
Oh, okay. Damn, kid, calm down. It ain't that serious. What? What me try and cheat on my Spanish test and fail miserably? Oh no!
Got in 4K.
Yep.
Yeah, he looks like a penguin.
I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at that. Oh, my dick! Oh, he shot me right in my dick! Ah!
Oh my aubergine.
Yeah, man, I done hit these folks' car.
Aubergine. Don't you mean eggplant? Text-to-speech? Really? Or is that the same thing? Or am I stupid?
Rolling on the floor laughing.
Or am I stupid and that's the same
LMAO.
thing?
I don't know, bud.
Oh well.
That hard, man.
What the fuck? What? So my grandma told me to stop smoking and then we caught her smoking behind a dumpster.
Granny lied.
Yo, granny lied! Oh!
How autistic people fly.
What kind of wire do you need, sir?
Granny is Zeus.
No. No, come on, guys, don't do that.
I need heavy duty bomb wire.
Jetzt muss mein Kumpel in die Eier fahren. Hier ist der Sprung. Und ja, jetzt kommt er.
Marcelo, eso, ya dijimos que eso es racista. Ah, no. Ni hao.
Soy mexicana.
What?
Beep. He on a horse.
Oh, damn!
There's a combo that will finish
Yeah.
any fight right away.
I can relate to that.
Okay? So you're going to start with the jab. You're going to slip the
How did the horse even fit inside?
Live. Rompí la silla live. Ustedes lo vieron. Yo sabía que tenía que pasar. Y pasó el mofón.
You know what? When the first time I ever played South Park Stick of Truth, and you know how sometimes you can open up the people's doors and then like see some kind of little joke, and then you know the door gets slammed back. And there's one where a guy is doing some very untoward things with a horse, and I paused for a minute, and then the first thing out of my mouth that I could think to say was, "How did he fit the horse through the door?"
If you know, you know.
Yeah, but that was the only thing I said was, how did he fit the horse through the door? How did he get inside his house?
Did you hear the story about Quan Kai being weak because he fell of his house?
He did what? I heard he got weak because Sonya punched him in the balls, or stomped him in the balls.
Come again.
Yeah, he was weak because Sonya Mudhole stomped his balls.
Ni eso sabes hacer, de. A ver, quédate.
Whoa, look out!
Sonya crushed his grapes, I remember.
Yep.
Same.
Merry Christmas.
In MKX Story Jack's chapter when Quan Kai fell off his horse in the Nether Realm.
Oh, fell off his horse. Okay. Yeah, that didn't help either. What?
I'm like really, really ugly. Like, I'm not even trying to joke. People make fun of me all the time. I can put it back on? Okay. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I'll definitely be up there, my guy. I just gotta soak her out a little bit. I've had about 11.
Oh my god, I think you've had more than a few.
He had the factory.
He had the whole brewery.
Un Michelin. Deux Michelin.
Okay.
A ver qué hacen las hormigas, pero que el mío no da más, esto no sirve.
Esa cámara no sirve de ese teléfono. Deja ver, pana. Aquí deja ver qué es lo que está haciendo.
Aquí están ellos en construcción.
Damn.
Go, man. Lightweight. Lightweight. Oh.
Yeah, let your kid be attacked by a wild animal. Best dad ever.
Jesus Christ. What are we even doing here, man? Oh, that's what we're talking. Nicely done. Lightweight.
Okay, so let's pull back the curtain.
Now, see, that would have been if that was like a Nokia phone. Then that would have been some extra weight.
Snowman.
You want a peanut?
Yeah.
Don't let her know you grew up on a farm. Eat the peanut, eat the peanut, eat the peanut, eat the peanut, eat the peanut. Oh, she's definitely gonna know now.
The fuck?
What? The hell?
Are you on fucking crack, or what is it that you're taking? Because
Are you on something? Because that scream was way...
Rolling on the floor laughing.
That scream was way exaggerated. Jeez.
Jesus shit, Cameron, my arse just fucking came out my anus.
What?
Damn.
Fatality screams be like.
Well, damn, even I'm not that jumpy. Jesus.
Like Kench is rolling on the floor laughing.
Oh no, shut up. I don't like hearing his screams. That his voice actor is way too good at the
Rolling
pain.
on the floor laughing.
His voice actor is way too good at the pain screams. They are so fucking visceral. He has like horror movie screams.
Yeah, and let's get the bull on it too.
No.
Like I said, I'm a pet.
Wait, what did that say?
New you.
You leave the movies in the middle of the day. See, this is why I like to go at night.
What the fuck is that?
That's my piss cup.
Ah!
Right there.
Bro, why would you do that?
Oh shit! It comes with the
Husky.
Bro.
What?
No, bro.
I'm finna quit.
You realize how high I am right now. Yeah, I gotta get down from here.
Hell with that. Oh, wait, back up. Yeah, that's a little thing I want to
2
get.
weeks notice ex Betty.
Yeah, this thing. I want to get one of these.
The moped.
Yeah, the little moped scooter deals. I want one of those.
Why can everybody say the word, and if I say it, then it's not okay? Which? Brain fuck.
Brain fog. I had 2 cans of tuna and an omelet.
Lil moped scooter. That sounded adorable.
Oh, shush you.
And while you're at it, what's for dessert? Because I'm hungry.
What?
LOL. Io.
Oh. That reminds that scene in what was it? How High? When Redman and Method Man, Redman, like, hey girl, what's up? Oh.
Bark bark.
Yeah.
Watch another video for more funny memes. Thanks for watching.
Yes, Prince, I see you, buddy. Wait, what happened?
OMG, I'll be right back. Errand run.
Okay. Santa, no!
ASA 5 is eating an apple a day to keep the doctor
Zedden.
away.
What? That was... What? What?
Yes.
Nice and soft.
Oh, no. Ow! Ouch, that had to hurt. Oh, Prince.
I know. Twerk off.
Twerk off, excuse me?
Go back.
Oh!
Silly.
Oh, that! Okay.
Nice and soft. There's a burger one here.
Ruffle chips. Yep. Oh man.
Gay doesn't mean happy, it means you bum other boys.
I've seen that one. Gay doesn't mean happy, it means you bum other boys.
OOF.
Hey guys, you can fix it or you can't.
What?
sure it's on low.
他们说这个气囊有问题，我试一下。
我操 Oh, what is it? Oh, this is exactly what I wanted!
One is enough for me.
He bongs you. No bong like shisha, not.
You want a blowjob?
No, not a blowjob.
No! No, he's talking about a
Raheli
hookah.
rolling on the floor laughing.
He's talking about a hookah.
We're gonna have for dinner. We're gonna have P-I-Z-Z-A, P-I-Z-Z-A, P-I-Z-Z-A. We're gonna have
Pass me the hookah.
Some tacos.
Turn that shit off! Turn that shit off! Turn that shit off!
Prince.
Fuck that!
Baby, I will give you some of this food, okay? Just hang on. Don't spill it!
Right, perfect. There we go.
Good job, buddy.
Okay, dear. Sorry, lol.
Who's it for?
No, you're fine. Oh, sorry, Prince.
Serious right now? How? Bro.
I knew I'd Mao.
I knew he was gonna end up spilling it, and I was just waiting for it.
Get away!
Lee's Prince your dog.
No, my cat.
Just got to the beach.
What? Brian!
Hey!
Down!
Bad, tell him sorry. You better not. You better tell him sorry.
Boys.
Well, there we go. Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Hostile champ.
That's one way to do it.
Exactly. That's why you don't
my
tease
lord,
animals.
rolling on the floor laughing. That's just good boy Jers and Liu Kang fighting.
Aw. Oh my god.
What do you want?
Go back.
And a 3-piece nugget.
What?
Can I get a chick pissing in a leaky bucket? What do you want?
We're going 200.
Prince, get off my lap.
Verse Liu Kang and Gears be like.
Built to last. So I'm literally walking
You
on
see
this thing
that?
right now.
Damn it. Hold on, Prince just got up on my laptop.
Who is
Shit.
your main in Mortal Kombat 1?
Oh, you know it's gonna be Johnny or Kenshi. What am I looking at here?
We're going 200.
With the fish biting his balls?
The fish.
Yeah, okay. Yes, I see it. Oh my god.
What balls?
What do you want? A McChicken and a 3-piece nugget. Can I get a chick pissing in a leaky bucket?
Why is there a...
What you making? Tea. Oh, okay. Just wondering. You want some? Yeah, sure, why not? I'm gonna touch it.
I swear that is me trying to order food.
Man, I'm telling you.
Anxiety's a bitch, ain't it?
The best decision I've ever made.
But what the flip are you gonna do with all that darn money?
Money?
See you, chump.
Yep.
Me, a sad bean.
I hate people that do that. I hate people that can do that. Stop that. I hate it. Don't do that. Okay, sorry, go ahead. I would much rather watch a horse fart.
See you later.
See you later.
Be safe.
Bye.
Oh Lord, stop lop.
Commonly thought that pound cake got its name because the original recipe required 1 pound.
It's called pound cake, cause you can fuck it.
No.
How it feels to almost slug at him.
I'm sorry, that joke was a little too easy. So it wasn't really that funny. It's called a pound cake because of all the fattening shit you have to put in it.
Look at this boy's bit of face.
Hey, you gotta stop bringing your crazy ass dog to the dog park. He bit my dog and look what he did to my hand.
Damn. Oh my god.
Whoa. California Wine House. Washington Avenue.
No!
He the fastest, baddest worker I know. Look at him, y'all.
What? What?
Man, this should make me mad.
Bro is a glitchy NPC.
Before I call the cops. You have literally 30 seconds to get out of my store.
Guys, stop being assholes. Stop being assholes in places of business.
Is that what I think who it is?
It's good, but it's nothing like my mother's ham biscuit brickle-brackle and beans with fizzy wiggets.
The fizzy wiggets.
How do you like it, guys? Huh?
Motoro.
Oh man.
Where?
Oh, I've seen this.
Overall. Look, it's Prince.
I don't know. It'd be funny if he did that. He's a pretty smart kitty.
Oh shit, it's Push. Oh my thing.
Daj sobie skórki, jak ci uruchać.
Oh my god!
Face with tears of joy.
It do be like that. Just when you think you got them all, you feel them again. Oh my god, guys, relax.
Oh, I was just trying to hang this, and I...
The Grinch.
What the?
Question, do you want to watch Cars, or do you want to watch Cars, or do you want to watch
That's
Cars?
one way to show
Or do you
DEM.
want to watch Cars 2? Do you want to watch Cars? Do you want to watch Cars? Or do you want to watch Cars 3? Or do you want to watch Cars? Or do you want to watch Cars? Or do you want to watch Cars 2? Or do you want to watch Cars 3? I'm glad you asked. We can watch Toy Story.
Was it good?
Feel free to dip in the cream.
Is that insane lady that said, I figured out the best way to eat a cupcake? And she said, you cut it in half, and then you put the bottom part on top, and you eat it like a little sandwich. And it was
What
like, okay.
kind of witch laugh is that?
Yeah, and then like as soon when she bit into it and was talking about see, and then she just did a crazy ass laugh for like no reason. It's like, okay, you had a good idea, you had a good idea there, but why did you act like an insane person at the end? I think that was her. Okay, okay. You damn dog!
I'm going to attempt the world record for the fastest time to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, so...
He spun back LMAO. The dog didn't even got hit.
I'm gonna pretend like I didn't just see that.
Why did the president go to jail? French fry piss out.
Yep. Number 13, please, bro. Yeah, thank you.
Oof. I love how it just like screeches even louder each time. Oh no, you broke the bucket!
You doing this in front of
I love boys.
everybody.
Take off the jacket or you can't come in.
Fine.
Thank you. Damn. It's not that hard. Hey,
What? I knew it was gonna be something messed up.
You.
Oh no! Oh, he's fainting. Oh, he's fainting. Oh my gosh.
Me at any gathering.
Hey, what's your Wi-Fi?
The first one.
Wait, the manager come in while you hiding in the bathroom and tell you to get out.
Hey, what's your Wi-Fi?
The first one.
Ah, Brian's Wi-Fi.
No, it's called the first one.
Oh. Okay. Is it the 2.4 or the 5G?
The first one.
Yeah, I know it's the first one, but which frequency is
It
it?
you know Michael form GTA
Okay.
look like Sub-Zero form Mortal
I'm sorry,
Kombat.
but like, I actually have a lot of work to do here, and I don't really have time for this. Can you just look at the back of the router, please?
Oh my god, you look so good.
Thank
What, did your hair done?
I did. Thanks for noticing.
Oh, I got the Burberry scarf?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Oh, you topped it off with the 6-inch heels.
They're 3.
How they expect the guy to react when they It was like they want you to notice how you look. This is how they expect you to react.
Watch another video for more funny memes. Thanks for watching.
Okay. I think that's enough funnies for now.
I can't react lol. Well, that was something.
Now, let's watch some Odd Giant.
God damn it, Sizoth! Did you eat all of the fucking Tarkatan children?
Oh,
now
urgent.
do you understand what you've done to me?
Oh god, are we actually trying to build up like a rivalry between these two? No, please.
I'm sorry, what the fuck?
Those reptiles had lives of their own. Lives you ended because you were hungry.
Well, at least you freed them from the vile grips of Tarkum.
Jesus, this video's starting out with an awful grim tone.
Break the fourth wall!
You bitch! I know it was you who stole my royal gown and size.
Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. Chaos doesn't gossip.
Havoc, why are you stealing people's clothes?
For the chaos, my dear. For the chaos.
Why are you all like this? Why can't I have nice things?
We're starting to lose him, Cyrus.
Poor Melina.
I fear we may need to increase the dosage back up to 250 milligrams.
That high? Sector, that will cause limerence. If bad enough, he proposed at 200 milligrams. But now you want him to be obsessed with
No,
you?
Milena.
Built up a tolerance by now. Plus, I just want to be married already so I can get the Lin Kuei. God damn it, Bihan. I told
Oh, she's got some ulterior motives. Uh-oh.
you I don't like mushrooms on my pizza.
So pick them
She already is married.
Why should the rest of us suffer because you have the refined palate of a 4-year-old?
Hey, screw off, B-Hound.
Or better yet, why don't you buy your own goddamn pizza, you fat fuck? Come on.
Who's married?
Pick the mushrooms off the pizza.
Why are you siding with him? What the fuck?
With your permission, Liu Kang, I would like to host the Valentine's Day party this year.
Honestly, go for it.
Sector.
I'm getting so fed up with parties. That burden is now yours
Oh.
to bear.
Does this mean we can use the fancy plates?
You mean the plates you broke last year?
Is there any way to rid my body of this accursed malignancy?
I know very little.
Remember
of
the
chaos
Halloween
magic, but I
special
suppose I could
demon.
try a few things out.
I know exactly what you need to do. I was in chaos.
Hot mom alert. Hot mom alert.
You know how to handle this?
When something like this.
The fuck away from
Oh no!
Now for the finishing touch.
He's like, what the fuck? That hurts!
Oh my goodness!
Kill Bill.
Sorry, Shao, but with the recent burglary that affected the Empress, I'm afraid I cannot allow you to enter the
Step
palace.
aside, lizard boy! Unless you want me to test Earthrealm's deadliest weapon on you. Now
Honk,
clear
honk.
my path, or taste my brand new axe! You expect me to be afraid of that cheap toy?
I mean, hey, look at that thing. It has a
Baraka vs Reptile has begun. Who would win?
I don't want them to fight, though. Hey, Sizoth, what's wrong with that axe? I think it looks pretty badass.
eye in the middle.
Mock me and you die, Zaterran!
Oh, I'm so scared, Shao.
Alright, you asked for it, bitch!
Some bread.
No fighting the favorite characters of MK1.
How do you like that, bitch?
Sizoth, are you okay?
My Argus's sagging testicles. Did you
Winning the
spray
odd
me
giant
wet?
verse, they are instant rivals.
I've taken the tally you wanted me to. What the fuck is that smell?
By Delia, my eyes are watering. Black. I can't stay in this palace any longer.
I just got the best idea ever! A Valentine's Day pool party! So instead of taking my advice and getting the fuck out of here, you decide to throw a pool party. Of course. Don't even tell me you had anything to do with it.
When the milk calls, the milk must answer.
What the hell does that even mean?
All right, I can't take this anymore. I'll do whatever needs to be done to get Hanzo to stop acting like an idiot.
Man, the bromance is strong between you two.
How dare you refer to our friendship as that?
What's wrong with the word bromance? It's a good word.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I like the one where the guy took the masked man's clothes.
I don't think I've seen that one. Oh, you son of a bitch!
The road's cool, but I gotta have that mask.
Wait, what? What do you think you're doing?
Come here!
Yo, I didn't know Havoc could do that. That's pretty sick.
What are you? Mine!
Leave Camilla, the spray is getting on you.
Well, that didn't work as expected.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think it's probably gonna... That's not gonna be good for Camilla either. Wait, is she a Zaterran or is she some other creature? I can't remember. Oh, well shit, that's it? Okay, well, that was the new Odd Giant video. Let's see here.
Yay, it's over, smiling face.
Yay, it's...
I like Tanya.
No, Umgadi is their, like, job. I'm talking about her race. Where is that hour-long video from last time? Yeah, this one.
Gasp. Sonic.exe.
Yeah, we can watch that one too, but let's get this hour-long Squid Game out of the way.
Or else I'll get grounded.
Morty, quick! You gotta give me your marbles, Morty. There's no time.
Molly, I told that masked fellow the steak
I'm
service
ready.
better be cooked with a clean burning propane, or else
Okay, I'm sorry.
Ready to get it on.
I'm kind of well, I am in the way of some of these characters, but some of these impressions aren't the best. But I don't know. I don't know if I should really care because it's all about. I'm sure he's having fun, and that's really what's important.
kick his ass. Today we have 6 Squid Games, one for each of our favorite adult cartoons.
Homie, you're not supposed to eat the honeycomb.
Don't!
With that, let the game begin.
The town of Quahog, Rhode Island is home to one of the most popular and unruly casts of animated characters ever put on the small screen. While we, as an audience, love them and their...
I love that part when he throws that shit across, what was it, a vase? Across the room, and then Peter just goes, something on your mind? He just goes, something on your mind, son? Hey, iWeave, what's up?
Hijinks. It would not be too harsh to say that the characters of Family Guy are some of the meanest and most self-centered people in all of cartoons, by the standards of adult animation.
That's just me when someone is triggered.
Okay, I think I'm done sneezing. Sorry about that.
Bless your X3.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
She is a Saurian.
Saurian, okay. So would that, I don't know, is that a close enough relation to Zaterans to, affect her like that too?
All characters will enter the competition with no special weapons, abilities, nor anything that could give them an unfair advantage over their opponents. We'll also only be looking at characters who are
I was just literally about to say that.
But onto who will be included.
Whoa, what?
Characters from shows like The Cleveland Show and American Dad will not be included.
Aww, but I want to see the American Dad ones.
Onto who will be included. Today's Squid Game will feature 25 players, including Peter, Lois, Chris, Meg, Stewie, Brian, Joe, Cleveland, Quagmire, Ernie, Consuela, Mayor West, Seamus, Dr. Hartman, Mort, Herbert, Tom Tucker, Diane Simmons, The Evil Monkey, Carl, Bonnie, Bertram, Jillian Carter, and Kevin Swanson. With the rules set and the players introduced, let's start things off with the first game of the day. Red Light, Green Light. Red Light, Green Light is one of the most iconic games to be featured in the Netflix series, and it's also one of the easiest to explain. Each player must make their way through a course before time runs out. Along the way, they'll have to listen closely for orders to stop. Failing to do either one of these will result in insanity. Thankfully, all the player needs to survive this game are keen ears and a fast pair of feet. Both Stewie and Bertram would pass this game with little trouble. They're among the smartest characters in the entire show and a couple of the fastest too. Neither one would see this game as a particularly hard challenge to overcome. Brian is another character that would survive without much of a problem. Though he's honestly more human than Canine, he still knows how to listen for command.
Sorry, I don't do dog shows. That's not my thing.
And the ability to run on all fours would likely allow him to be the first to win the game. We also believe that the Evil Monkey would succeed here for similar reasons. Between his great athleticism and patient mind, he'd be out of this game in no time. Sadly, not every character will make it out of this first game, and the first one on the chopping block is, of course, Meg.
Man, why you gotta do that to Meg? As if she doesn't get it bad enough already.
You may ask,
of course.
This is Family Guy we're talking about. It would honestly be weirder if she wasn't the first character to get eliminated.
I think Meg is probably the most badass out of all of them, so I disagree with that.
Is the second loss of the game, and
I think Camilla is Saurian, but already been said.
Yeah.
We also have to say goodbye to Quahog's mayor.
You are right. She has her moments.
We also have to say goodbye to Quahog's mayor, Adam West, this round. West is a pretty naive character when you look at him. He'd likely not take the rules of the game as seriously as he should, which would lead to his elimination. Our fourth and final death of this game is Jillian. A character ironically well remembered for being rather clueless. We doubt that Jillian would remember the rules of the game as soon as it starts, which is ultimately what will seal her fate.
She is the Three Ninjas Kitana Jade Milena. The clueless blonde.
In this game,
Yep.
patience and steadiness are more important than anything. At the beginning of the game, each player is given a cookie, and they need to carve out a predetermined shape without breaking the treat. Steadiness will be handy in making sure the pieces come out intact, and patience is necessary for helping players prevent any sudden mistakes. While he's far from
Oh,
a honest
no.
kid, Chris Griffin is a character we think would surprise players here.
Yeah, he actually he's good with his hands because he's a fantastic, like, painter. So, yeah, I think he could do the cookie bit.
What happened?
To show that he's a pretty good artist, so he'd be up to the challenge the game presents. Though he's not an artist, Quagmire also possesses a set of skills that would prove invaluable in this game. If he's capable of piloting planes, it seems safe to say that he has what it takes to win here. Another surprise winner for this round is Seamus. Yes, he doesn't have hands, but he can indeed draw. And if he's patient enough to learn how to draw without hands, he'd have no problem bringing that same level of patience to this game. Last up is the most understandable pick of this challenge, Dr. Hartman. A doctor who's always...
I mean, he's a doctor. He has, you know, great, you know, he's good with his hands too because he's a doctor.
Fiddling around with tools and equipment, Hartman would feel right at home operating on this delicacy. In regards to the losers of this game, there isn't a clearer one than Peter Griffin himself. Peter is...
Damn, you're already knocking out, like, the main character.
Of course, Peter.
In just about every aspect aspect of his life? Unfortunately for him, this is
Dang,
only
Peter.
his defeat. For similar reasons, Tom Tucker also bows out at this stage of the game. He also suffers from a lack of patience, and nothing in the show so far indicates that his hands are all that steady. In a game where both of these attributes are key, he has neither of them. His name is Cleveland Brown, and he's the last elimination of the Honeycomb.
No, Cleveland, no!
Frustrated, Cleveland's slower pace would only carry him so far in this one.
That's nice mentality.
We take a break now from the games.
No,
For another
Cleveland.
part of the competition, and that's right, it's time to discuss the Midnight Brawl. Taking place between the second and third games, the scenario here is as simple as it sounds. A brawl takes place when the players are supposed to be sleeping, and it leads to great bloodshed. To survive a brutal moment like this, players can focus on taking out their competitors, creating alliances with stronger contestants, or hide out and wait for the lines to subside. Realistically, most Family Guy
Lois
characters would have
stays,
little trouble
no
tackling other
difference.
players. They're always getting into fights and scuffles with each other, so it would hardly be out of character for anyone here. There are a few that would succeed exceptionally well, however. Lois and the giant chicken, whose name is Ernie, by the way, have gotten into numerous fights throughout the show and would be able to defend themselves.
Oh yeah, I remember that bit. Her and that female boxer. She thought it was just gonna be like a fun show, but then the other boxer started actually punching her hard, so Lois got pissed off and beat the hell out of her.
Here. Lois, in particular, received martial arts training in one episode, which would greatly help her out here. Both Joe Swanson and his son Kevin are police and military personnel, respectively, so they would have a level of skill few others would have. While Family Guy has a lot of brawlers, the show also features plenty of schemers. Characters like Stewie and Bertram, and even
She did the Ollie pose. Nice.
manipulating others for personal gain. These three would probably team up with the more physical players and pick off others that could pose a threat to them. Although Family Guy might have plenty of good fighters, there are a few that will come up short.
Can you give me some music recommendations?
Literally a man with wooden arms and legs. He's a walking target for just about every other player, and we imagine he wouldn't last long during the ordeal. Even though he's called the Evil Monkey, we feel this character is far too nice and polite to try and take out any of the other players.
This is a great chance for us to start over.
He would probably be taken out by a gang of other players, ending his time in the Squid Games. The Midnight Brawl will also see the end of the cashier Carl.
Oh man, not evil demon monkey.
Well, apparently he's
Dang, the
nice
finger
now.
pointing monk is out.
The last to fall during the brawl is Bonnie. Like Carl, Bonnie is not a character who's prone to fighting like a lot of the other characters are. This makes her noticeably weaker than most others and an easy target for them. 11 are gone so far, but we still have 14
Only
players
for
left
one
standing. The
episode.
next game they will have to survive is a classic bout of Tug of War.
Oh,
Tug
well.
of War doesn't really need an explanation, but we do want to make it clear that we'll be looking at this game a bit differently from how it's presented in the show. Rather than splitting the characters into distinct groups, we'll be judging each character's chances at survival based on two elements: strength and a willingness to work with others. Poor strength and a self-centered attitude
Oh,
both
shit.
disaster here, so it's incredibly important to have both of these areas covered, or at least one of them extremely well. Family Guy characters tend to act on their own interests, but there in fact are a few characters who will gladly help others. Both Kevin and his father Joe are no strangers to saving lives. And
Stewie
they're
and
easily among the
Bertram
strongest
are
characters
out.
left standing. Even Joe, who is wheelchair-bound, would get out of this game alive. Although he's more of an antagonist than anything else, Ernie the giant chicken has been shown to have a softer side. Couple that with his good physique, and this chicken is a recipe for victory. When it comes to the characters who will surely be
A recipe for victory.
as Carter Pewterschmidt. He's easily the most selfish character in the entire show, and his self-interest will cost him greatly in the end.
We go to
Yep.
a local orphanage, pick out a kid, fill out all the paperwork, and then don't take him home.
Consuela doesn't have the strongest build out of the show's many characters, and she's also not one for teamwork. To say she's not making out of this one alive would be quite an understatement. Though Herbert has somehow managed to...
No.
We need more lemon pledge.
I need more lemon pledge. Well, you should. Well, you're supposed to bring your own supplies. You need to buy that and bring it yourself.
No.
No.
To survive a rather lengthy amount of time in this contest, it'll be this
She is only a cleaner.
Without a doubt, the weakest character in the show, Herbert would offer little help to anyone in this game. We're down to the final 11 as we get to a particularly important moment in the series, the marble game. Unlike every other game played in the show, the marble game doesn't have a strict set of rules to follow. Players are put into groups of 2 and are to obtain their opponent's marbles before
Herbert
the game ends. This
LMAO.
level of freedom is something that especially the cunning and ruthless players will use to their advantage. More than anything else, players will need to show their smarts if they're to get the upper hand. In a game like this, few will prove to be as dangerous as Stewie and Bertram. These big brain babies have the art of manipulation down to a
Big brain baby.
Do you any music recommendations?
Diane Simmons has proven to be a master schemer and
I listen to pretty much anything.
several murders and cover them up. She means
Stewie
no
would
smart
excel
opponents
at
in a
this.
marble game. Of the characters left standing, few seem as ill-equipped for a game like this as Chris does. He's an easy character to manipulate, and he's not too bright either. Add these traits together, and you've got a surefire recipe for disaster. Though she's not the dumbest character in the show, Lois is far too trusting.
So long,
especially
Chris.
of the previously mentioned characters. Any of them could get the jump on her, and she wouldn't notice until it was too late. Quagmire has made it pretty far today, but he's yet
so long, Lois.
Been outsmarted and bamboozled. He's very easy to read, and this is a weakness that his opponents will be quick to exploit. The final character to
oh no, Quagmire!
Probably out.
Though he's great
No,
physically, he's
Quagmire.
not the smartest, especially compared to who he's up against. Now we finally made it to the penultimate game.
Wait, did it say Kevin's out too?
Sounds simple, but it's far more complex the more you look into it. Players need to make it across a series of glass stones, but many of them are made of a material that looks like glass, but will
No,
cause players
Kevin.
to fall to their deaths upon walking away.
Or no!
All you need is patience, agility, and a lot of luck. Obviously, Joe Swanson is the first death of the game. He is immediately at a disadvantage due to the fact that this game is not wheelchair accessible, so sadly
Bye,
the
Joe.
fact that he needs
Joe! No, Joe!
might be intelligent, but is he smart enough
Later,
to tell different
Joe.
types of glass from one another?
Okay, heart sounds good.
Probably not, and it's that which leads to
No, Joe.
elimination. Diane Simmons is
Oh,
also
Dr.
a
Hartman's
great
out.
mind, but she also has a giant ego. We imagine that she'd be one of the first to try and brave the stones, only to fall a few steps in. Both Brian and Ernie would fall for similar reasons. Being that they're animals, it's unlikely that they'd be as well coordinated as the other players, meaning that they'd probably trip up sooner rather than later. But
No brain.
before we get to our last entry, if you're enjoying this video, do us a huge favor and hit that subscribe button and notification bell. We ask because we'd really appreciate
And the
help
chicken.
getting to our next milestone, and we have lots more videos we'd love to share with you. Thanks so much. Two remain as we jump into the big finale, The Squid Game. While this is named after a classic children's game, the way we'll be looking at this will be more akin to how it's presented in the Netflix series. It's a bloody and brutal battle to the end between two players.
No
and in the
giant
end,
chicken.
Only one will be left standing. The Squid
Yep,
Game will be fought between
unfortunately.
the last two players, Stewie and Bertram. Both of these
Of course it would be down to these two.
characters are very much alike, so we have a pretty fair match when you really look at it. Stewie and Bertram are both highly intelligent, skilled fighters, and even have prior experience dealing with each other. While that is of great benefit,
Stewie
for
wins.
one player that will sadly be a major hindrance. The character who will be hurt more by that fact is Bertram. You see, while they have indeed fought on numerous occasions, Bertram has pretty much always lost his
Flawless
conflicts.
victory.
Their appearance even
Yep.
featured Stewie
Called
killing
it.
Bertram for good, so it seems to be pretty clear who would win here. Even if you get past these facts, Stewie has dealt with way worse things than Bertram. He's been on tons and tons of crazy
Yes,
adventures, so
Stewie.
Bertram would be a walk in the park by comparison. Sorry, Bertram, but it looks like there's only room in Quahog for one evil baby. The winner of this Squid Game is Stewie Griffin, thanks to his prior experience in dealing with his opponent and the sheer amount of more intense conflicts that he's dealt with.
In the mountain town of South Park, there
South Park!
are interesting characters. Some are dumb, and others are really dumb. But there are a few that are intelligent, and they are reflections of our society. But what if...
I would
South Park.
I would almost say it would be Cartman, but
Cartman wins. Calling it.
now see, yeah, you would think that, but you also got to think about all the times that he has been defeated by his own hubris.
If the next Squid Game took place in South Park, Colorado, that's what we're discussing today. Hey guys,
What about
I'm
Bubbles?
Brad with Wicked Binge, and this is which South Park character will
Bubbles.
survive Squid Game. Alright, the rules. No immortal beings or deities. That sadly excludes Kenny.
So no, oh no, Kenny,
Day
yeah,
Tucker
that.
Jugs.
Oh, they took. I was like, what did you say? But then I got it.
No Kenny.
Well, he is technically an
Say
immortal. But yeah, no Kenny because he is technically an immortal being, and it also means no Jesus and no Sandy.
Durka. What did she say?
What did who say?
Only mortals killed my guess. LOL.
That also means no Jesus and no Santa Claus characters.
Because he is indeed immortal, even if it's because of revival and not invulnerability. We can now tell you about the cast
The
of
comment
characters
on
from
your
today's
stream.
Squid Games. Those characters are Eric Cartman,
What?
Steve Marsh,
Which
Kyle
one?
Butowski, Butterscotch, Randy Marsh,
Butters!
Jared Marsh, Shelley Marsh, Herbert Garrison, Craig Tucker, Tweak Tweak, Gerald Broflovsky, Sheila Broflovsky, Ike Broflovsky, Heidi Turner, Jimmy Vollmer, Mr. Mackey, Vice Principal Strongwood,
Twink.
PC Principal, Scott Malkinson,
Shut up.
Token Black,
Wendy.
Donovan, Michael, Pete Thelman, Burkle Smith,
Durka Depp.
Mayor McDaniels, Leanne Cartman, Jimbo Kern, Nerd Gablonsky.
What about it?
Big Gay Al, Chef, Harrison Yates, Lou Kim, Officer Barbrady, Carol McCormick, Stuart McCormick, Daryl Weathers.
What does it mean?
It's time to start the games with red light, green light.
It's just the funnier way to say they took our job.
Data reference.
Yeah, they took our job, but instead in like outraged redneck speak. So it's like, they took our derbs!
And stop when requested. All the characters seem to be able-bodied enough to make it across in the allotted time, including Jimmy. So it comes down to the following abilities. First, the level-headedness needed to not freak out when the first shots ring out, and listening skills. Some survivors include Kyle Broflovsky, who's the most level-headed of the four main boys.
Yep.
Tucker is cool, calm, and collected all the time. Leanne Cartman is a good listener and level-headed compared to most of the cast. And Chef, who, until he was brainwashed, was one of the most level-headed and compassionate characters on the show.
Yep.
First to go is obviously Eric Cartman.
Damn, he's already out.
In the history of cartoons has ever been as impulsive, selfish, and hard-headed.
LMAO damn.
Yep.
Other Squid Game videos pointed out he would fail. We could go over hundreds of examples, but anyone who's watched even one episode knows this. Randy Marsh is first of all.
Randy, no!
Demon lost first game in.
Like in post-COVID, where he continually blames Stan for the death
Demon.
of Sharon and Shelley.
Dang it, Randy.
Randy also doesn't care about authority.
What if Johnny and Kenshi was in Squid Games?
So it's no wonder Randy dies in this game. The next character is Herbert Garrison. Garrison is kind of deranged. When he was president, he tried to go to war multiple times.
My goat Randy loudly crying face.
Mr. Hat, who he thinks is real, to do things like breaking him out of jail. He also lacks listening skills and...
I don't know, are you sure Mr. Hat
Okay,
ain't...
he's out.
Are you sure Mr. Hat ain't real? Because he's done some pretty incredible things.
Will do the exact opposite of what he was asked, for no discernible reason. He definitely dies in this game. Continuing a pretty obvious theme. Next is Sheila Broflovsky.
Really?
His main problem is that she gets angry over small things.
Oh, true, yeah.
Bye, Sheila.
Greatest listener, especially
oh my god! What?
So long, Sheila rolling on the floor laughing.
Ike, no! Not baby boy Ike!
No, Ike.
Well, true.
We need to talk about why he lands here. Ike is a child, so not only is he not a great listener, but...
Well, yeah, he is
No,
like...
Ike.
Well, I guess that's true about not being a good listener, because he's like a baby.
Well, Ike has been kicked out.
100% freak out when Sheila hits the ground. However, we don't consider that...
Oh, poor Ike.
Against him. Next is
Yeah.
Jimbo Kern.
Jimbo, no!
The uncle of Stan Marsh. Jimbo falls here in the beginning for a few reasons, but the main one is the fact that he is deranged. For example,
I guess he kinda is, yeah.
As a platypus, even though he was obviously dressed as Kenny and hanging with the other boys. He also tried to kill him in another
Man, some of these are already out.
while he was dressed as
He was
Kenny.
watching Call of Duty by PewDiePie.
Since he's a hunter, but that's not enough to save him. The last to fall is Stuart McCormick. Stuart is
Well, yeah, I could see Stuart losing.
Carol McCormick. Stuart doesn't have a lot of screen time, but when he does, he's either drunk or fighting with Carol. Due to his consistent fighting and drunkenness, we can assume he's not a very level-headed person, and he's not that great of a listener either. Due to all of this, we have to say he loses this game pretty quickly, especially for someone like him. 33 of our original 40 remain, and next is the Honeycomb Challenge. The Honeycomb Challenge happens during the second day, where the contestants must excavate a certain shape from a cookie without...
There's gonna be a lot of characters that do not have the patience.
From its hole. Some early leaders include Kyle Broflovsky, who's the most patient of the friend group by a mile and a half. Craig Tucker is probably the most patient and steady-handed character in the show. Heidi Turner is so patient she can sit through a 2-hour makeup routine. And Peter Thelman is a goth who plays bass, which makes him a shoo-in. Sadly, the first to go is Tweet.
Yeah, you knew it was gonna be Tweet.
Tweak dang IT.
Oh, you had to know he was out of this one.
The patience to slowly take out the cookie from its sugary home. You combine these two factors, and it's no surprise he's taken out by this game.
Oh man, there's just too much pressure! Ah!
You're correct, buddy.
Jimmy is smart and funny. He shows a slightly impatient demeanor, but since he's on
Well, what a great audience.
he would definitely break the cookie.
Oh no!
Next to die. McDaniels doesn't appear often, and almost every time she appears, even in the games, it's because she's too impatient to do something. While
Yeah.
she seems steady-handed, her impatience is hard to get past in a game like this.
I mean, of course she's not very steady-handed. She shot herself in the head and somehow survived. So that should tell you right there she's not steady-handed.
The next to go is Ned Garblonsky. Ned is a good friend of...
No, not Ned.
What's that kid's name again? I forgot.
Which one? Man, this really blows.
The first one that left.
Who, Tweak?
Jimbo, and a Vietnam War veteran who lost his voice and his arm. He now uses an electronic voice box to speak, and only has one arm.
Not
Since
Tweak,
he
the
only
one
has one
after
arm,
him.
It's hard for him to survive.
Jimmy?
Even with his patience.
You mean Jimmy?
Carson Yates is the last to go. Yates is currently the most major cop in South Park, and is responsible for running the police department. However, Yates
Yeah,
is
yeah,
an
Jimmy.
impatient individual 9 times out of 10, and that makes it hard for him to survive. However, he also tends to shoot first and ask questions later.
No,
Oh,
Jimmy.
yeah.
Shocking impatience. 28 of our original 40 remain. Next is the Midnight Brawl. The Midnight Brawl takes place between Day 2 and Day 3, and forces our contestants to duel in a variety of ways. We figured out 3 factors to determine who does and doesn't survive this game. Your combat skills are of course necessary, but being smart and being stealthy are also important. Some recognizable survivors of the Midnight Brawl include Craig Tucker is a semi-skilled fighter and intelligent. PC Principal is similar, being one of the best fighters in the series and has above average intelligence. Vice Principal Strongwoman is a skilled fighter and intelligent. And Wendy Testaberger shows herself to be one of the best fighters and most intelligent characters in the series. First to go is Mr. Mackey.
Aww.
Mackey falls during the game for a few reasons. First, he's not a combatant, meaning he has to rely on other factors.
Dang IT.
But in those categories, he's not much better. He's only average in stealth, and he's dopey, so he fails pretty heavily. Which means he fails in the game.
MK, I'm out.
Is Clyde Donovan. Clyde is a relatively popular fourth.
Oh no, not Clyde.
But he's an idiot and easy to manipulate.
No, Clyde.
Yeah.
Which means he lacks the skills necessary to win. He has average stealth abilities, and when he has a lot of power, he can be a threat. But those don't affect his death. Cartman's mom and recognizable character Leanne Cartman is next.
Damn.
Leanne falls for a variety of reasons. She's only average in stealth, like most of the characters, but fails hard in the
Dang.
other two. Not only is she airheaded and an enabler to Cartman's mischief, but she
Yeah.
also lacks any combat skills.
Yeah.
Combining all these means she dies during this game, adding another body to her account. Next is Mr. Slave. Mr. Slave was Mr.
Oh, Jesus Christ, not Mr. Slave. Jesus Christ.
Mr. Slave is a fun character and one of the better adults.
Dang no.
However, he has to fall for a few reasons. First, he's not a combatant. At best, he can envelop people inside him like he did Paris Hilton, but he can only do that once a day. Second, because he wears leather, it severely damages his stealth capabilities. Not far behind.
Yeah, you're gonna be hearing that creak of his leather.
His husband is Big Gay Al.
No, not Big Gay Al.
Big Gay Al is a
Dang Al.
stereotypical homosexual man who does a variety of odd things. He's fun, but he falls for very similar reasons to Mr. Slave. He's not a combatant and is pacifistic in his appearances. Due to his flamboyance, he lacks the stealth necessary to survive.
I love that scene with the piano. Now I want you to play something, you know, uplifting, something that's like, I'm gonna overcome this kind of music. Everything's gonna be okay. Oh, I don't want her, you can have her, she's too fat for me. Oh, Jesus, Mark.
He's almost pulled out by his slightly above average intelligence, but that's not nearly enough. The final character to die is Daryl Weathers.
Of course.
Known as the They Took Her Jobs guy, is a fun and recognizable side character.
They took her jobs!
Side characters, he's not a fighter, and he's not that smart.
Yeah, he's more of a mouth. He's more mouthy than he is, you know, a fighter. So yeah.
Also, only has an average skill in stealth, so this guy has no chance. Only 22 are left. Next is Tug of War. Tug of War happens after the Midnight Brawl and usually takes place in teams. Although we won't be talking about specific teams in this game. You do need 2 specific skills to survive. Firstly, the strength to pull the rope and pull the other players into the abyss below, and the teamwork to pull the rope in tandem if strength doesn't work. So who survives this game? Shelly Marsh, who's strong enough to pick up a piano and is sort of likely to work in a team.
Yeah.
Greg Tucker has above average strength and above average teamwork skills. Vice Principal Strongwoman.
What's your favorite scary movie?
And is very good in teams. And Chef is strong enough to rip a hospital patient's...
I don't know. I'm not really.
Is that girl?
Good in teams.
Well, her name is Strong Woman, so. I don't know. I'm not really good at picking, you know, favorites and categorizing stuff.
Strongwoman was a world record deadlift champion and is very good in teams. And Chef is strong enough to rip a hospital patient's arm off and is also good in teams. The first to go is Lou Kim. Lou Kim is the owner of the City Walk restaurant in South Park.
No, you're mispronouncing it. Shitty Walk.
And actually the alternate personality of Dr. William Janus. Lou Kim fails during Tug of War because he's a relatively skinny guy and not shown to have much strength, although that's debatable. While he builds an entire wall by himself, it's not a strong wall, and he's not really a team player. Just look at what happened with City Sushi. So sadly, Mr. Kim's gotta go. The second and last to fall during this game is Carol McCormick. Carol is the mother of
Rip Carol,
ex-member of the Cult of Cthulhu. Carol dies because she's weak and not a team player. She and Stuart get in fights often, and they're not particularly good with other people in the room. For these reasons, Carol fails. Only 20 left, and next is Marble Game. The Marble Game focuses on the player's ability to manipulate others, and not be manipulated by the other player. Because the game takes place face-to-face with one other player, only skilled manipulators can really pull this off, and those who are easily manipulated quickly go down. Skilled manipulators who pass include Gerald Broflovsky, who, as a lawyer, has above-average manipulation skills and is privy to most of the tricks. PC Principal is a relatively skilled manipulator and isn't particularly easy to manipulate, and Wendy Testerberger falls in the same category. The first to lose in marbles is Stan Marsh.
Stan, no!
The main character of the early seasons, and a self-insert for the
Stan.
Stan falls quickly because he lacks manipulation skills. He's mature, but is still a child. He's also easy to manipulate, so
yeah,
factors and he falls pretty soon.
Yeah, he is kind of easy to manipulate.
Next is Butters.
No, Butters! No!
No Butters.
Butters, no! I mean, he's very, very easy to manipulate, so he's obvious to lose, but still!
No Butters, it is rigged. No Butters.
And is shockingly easy to manipulate. Look
yeah.
At an episode like Osimo or Butterballs, where Butters is manipulated by Cartman and his grandma, respectively. He's also too nice to manipulate someone, so that's a good against him. Stan's
F in chat.
Is next.
07s and Fs.
Of things, but usually the receptionist of Tom's rhinoplasty. Sharon is easy to manipulate. In Spooky Fish, she hid bodies for her son, despite Stan's complaints. The next to go is Heidi Turner.
Oof.
Heidi was Cartman's girlfriend for a time, and this is her downfall.
No Sharon.
Heidi's smart, but she's also easy to manipulate.
And yep.
That is because of Cartman. Cartman
yep.
manipulates her into becoming anti-Semitic, dropping her diet, basically becoming a female version of himself. Next is Scott Malkinson. Much like Butters,
I'm Scott Malkinson. I have diabetes.
He's easy to manipulate because not many
people
Scott. Like him or see him as a friend. It's a no-brainer that he doesn't survive. The next is Token Black.
No, not Token!
LOL.
No, not Token.
Token is
I am Cookie. I'm Cookie. I have diabetes. I kid.
Since he's a child, who cares about his status? He's easy to manipulate. And here comes the neighborhood. He acts poor other boys make fun of him for being rich.
Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
Pete falls for the same reason as the rest of the
All
characters in
good.
this section, but tell him something is conformist and he'll
Oh, Pete Melvin.
the opposite. Fellow goth Ferkel Smith is an easier case to make.
Ferkel, no!
Not interesting outside of his group. He's the easiest character in this section to make a case for failure.
Well, to
Dang,
be
the
fair,
first goth to go.
well, to be fair, yeah, like right here, he did just easily give up and join the dark side because he felt it was inevitable. So yeah, I guess he is kind of easy to manipulate.
The whole emo plotline, he was able to trick the other goths, but was manipulated as well. Ferkel fails because he can't recognize when he's being manipulated.
Not
Yeah.
the goth.
Chef was a staple character of the earlier seasons, but after his voice actor Isaac Hayes quit, his character was retired.
New chef.
No, Isaac Hayes did not officially quit. There's a conspiracy behind it, but I believe it.
He is manipulated by the Super Adventure Club and is basically...
And I mean, I believe the conspiracy about his quitting, not that he actually
In
quit.
South Park.
I do not believe that he quit of his own, like, his own accord, or whatever you want to say.
Brainwashed. This alone is enough to put him down. The final character to die in the marble game is Officer Barbrady. Barbrady
Of course.
is a character who doesn't get much screen time anymore, mostly replaced by Harrison Yates. He fails quickly. He's dull, so he's easy to manipulate, and therefore it's hard for him to survive. Only 10 of our original 40 remain. Next is the Glass Stepping Stones. The Glass Bridge or Glass Stepping Stones are not an easy game to determine how to survive.
Okay, people, move along. Nothing to see here.
We did, however, break it down into the following situations. First, how likely are they to pick a front, middle, or back number? This can be broken down further into their ego, how fearful they are, how cowardly they are, and if they're the type to hang back and watch. Second, if the character is likely to tell the difference between regular and tempered glass. Third, how likely they are to force a change of positions and force another person in front of them, which depends on how threatening the person is. Fourth, how likely they are to push another through the glass.
Oh my god.
Finally, how likely they are to sacrifice themselves through the glass to take out another. While it is complicated,
Damn.
it's detailed enough to make it interesting and make it as accurate as possible. The first to go is Kyle Broflovsky. Kyle.
Man, that glass pane one is definitely in a every
No,
man for
Kyle.
it's definitely an every man for himself game, isn't it? Oh shit, Kyle!
Much like
Oh no!
insert for the creators. But that doesn't stop him from falling through the glass. Kyle is not an egomaniac and is not fearful
Kyle.
or cowardly. More likely than not, he'd pick a middle number. However, he isn't one to switch positions or push another.
Glass game is easy cause I ain't falling, rather get shot, lol.
Next is Stan's sister, Shelly. Shelly's one
Yeah, I think I'd rather be put down quick with a bullet to the head than fall to my death, because I hate the sensation of falling and I'm terrified of heights.
of the least fearful characters and not
Strong girl is gone.
She would likely pick a front-running number. so
Oh no!
first.
Shelly!
She isn't likely
No,
to
Shelly!
positions, but if she did, she's threatening enough to make it work. Combining these factors make it an easy case for Shelly to fall through the glass.
Ah.
Her son, Gerald Broflovsky, goes through the glass.
Gerald!
Is a coward and fearful, especially
Yeah.
of his wife Sheila. We don't think he's picking anything but a middle-of-the-road number. He's unlikely to push someone through the glass or even switch positions, so he drops through the glass pretty darn
Dang it.
quickly. The next to go down is Vice Principal Strongwoman.
No, not strong woman!
Woman is interesting because she actually has an ego, albeit not the biggest one. She's
True,
likely to be
yeah.
middle or front number because of her ego and lack of fear. The only fear she has is being caught sleeping with PC Principal. She has a middling chance to pull a Dexu and switch positions, but she's not likely to get much further. than
Not
that,
strong
being
woman,
over
I
much
want her
like
to
the
win.
aforementioned player. Her husband, PC Principal, is next.
Ah! We got both of them!
Principal has a big head. His ego is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, on our list, and thinks he's above everyone else.
Yeah.
Principal might fight to be number one, and likely falls through the glass because of that. But combine that with
True.
his chance to push another or switch positions, and this is a scrap he will
Dang,
survive.
IT was voted for PC.
Like the other Goths, Michael likes to sit back and
No, not Michael!
watch. He's not a fan of moving to the front of the line. While he would pick a back of the pack number, he falls due to the process.
Michael out.
He wouldn't switch positions or sacrifice himself, but it wouldn't surprise us that he would try to push someone through the glass. Although it wouldn't go well. The next to fall is Henrietta Biggle.
No! Henrietta, no! The only one left standing is, oh my god, I know his name.
Falls for a lot of the same reasons as Michael, picking a back number and not being special. She also
Dang, all of the Goths are almost out.
She's a buffer, as she could have survived, but
Pete!
has to fall for
Sorry, Pete. That's the last one's name. The only one left is Pete.
purposes. The final to die is Father Maxie. Maxie is the head priest of the South Park Church. An underutilized
Excuse me.
character. He doesn't have the largest ego and can be fearful and cowardly.
I want Pete to win.
It won't surprise us if he falls in the middle of the game or even sacrifices himself. Now we're down to the final two survivors. The final game, the Squid Game. While the Squid Game initially starts as a very specific children's game, it really comes down to hand-to-hand combat, which means that when it comes down to it, experience is important. Our final two is Deadpan Dominator, Craig Tucker, and feminist icon, Wendy Testerberg.
Wait, did I miss it? When did Pete lose? Okay, so never mind, all the Goths are out. I guess I must have missed Pete's.
Both are skilled in
Or never mind.
Tweak versus Craig, where Craig is trained in sumo wrestling.
No Pete.
Or Breast Cancer Show Ever, where Wendy beats the ever-loving lights out of Cartman. After some consideration, we've decided
They forgot you.
Craig Tucker is the one who loses. Both are skilled.
Damn, Wendy Testerberger won the whole thing. Go, Wendy!
Only real test in fighting is in the assumed fate games of the fractured.
Yes, Wendy.
Wendy decimates Cartman in the canon show. With her skills in combat.
Yes,
and
Wendy.
intelligence, the winner of the game is Wendy Testerberger. Alright guys, that's it. Let us know in the comment section if you agree with our ranking.
Yes, Queen.
With Wicked Binge, and this is which Simpsons character would survive Squid Game. Our cast list for this event includes Homer Simpson, Marge Simpson, Bart Simpson, Lisa Simpson, Abraham Grandpa Simpson, Herbert Powell, Ned Flanders, Lenny Leonard, Carl Carlson,
Oh boy,
Moose
Simpsons.
Sislak, Krusty the Clown, Chief Clancy Wiggum, Principal Seymour Skinner, Miss Edna Crabapple, Mr. Montgomery Burns,
Lisa.
Waylon Smithers, Barney Gumble, Professor John Frank, Lindsay Nagel, Nelson Muntz, Artie Ziff, Rax Banner, Frank Grimes, Sideshow Bob, Fat Tony, Russ Cargill, Hank Scorpio, Herman Herman, Snake Jailbird, and Millhouse.
Ned wins.
Okay, I don't know,
I want Bob to win.
I don't really know anything about Simpsons, so...
Are in place, so now we get into our first game of the series, and that is Red Light, Green Light. The way to win Red Light, Green Light is simple enough because you only need two things to survive.
I haven't
Firstly,
watched
you'll
it.
need a level enough head to stay still when shots start ringing out, and secondly, you need to be a good listener. If you're not a good listener, you won't survive any of the games, but this one especially. Some standout survivors of this game include Marge Simpson, who not only is a level-headed person, but due to her motherly nature is a very good listener. Ned Flanders is another generally level-headed person, save for immediately after Maud's death, and he's an
First
amazing
couple of
listener.
seasons are gold falls of majorly sadly.
Amazing listening skills, as well as being a generally level-headed person like Marge and Ned. Finally, Waylon Smithers, who due to his employment as Burns' aide, is a level-headed person when not around Burns and is one of the better listeners in the series. The first to go is none other than Homer Simpson himself.
Of course. Saw that coming.
He's not as well built for this game. This is due to his intense anger issues that make it hard for him to stay level-headed, especially in situations like this. Secondly, he's not
God
that
dang
great
it,
of a listener.
Homer.
More than one episode has him do the exact opposite of what people ask of him.
I'm a great dad.
So it's no surprise he dies during a game like Red Light, Green Light. His father, Abraham Simpson, is next to fall during this game. Abe is old, there's no doubt about that, and that gets in the way of his survival. Abe's advanced age causes him to be kind of out of it most of the time, being kind of kooky and not level-headed.
This man's more of a son to me than you've ever been. What did...
Secondly, one episode confirms he needs hearing aids and he constantly has issues listening to other people. Combining these two facts make it a no-brainer that he would die during this game.
Bart is also very likely to win.
Yeah. Mo, no!
bartender, Mo really falls short in level-headedness. His anger issues are second only to Homer. Every time Bart pulls a relatively harmless prank on him, he threatens to kill him in crude and gruesome ways. I'm gonna talk about him when you talk when I speak. This really pulls him down into the depths of this game, causing his death at this time. Finally, the last to fall during this game is Herman.
Rip Mo.
Herman is the one-armed crazy gun store owner and the fan of the Confederacy, if the flag he has is any indication.
What if Fat Tony wins?
I doubt that.
At the very least, not all there. In 22 short films about Springfield, he kidnaps Chief Wiggum and Snake and pretty much tortures them. He does have average listening skills, or at the very least seems to, but he lacks a level head like when he was committing crimes in the garage of a police officer's home. With 26 of our original 30 still kicking around, we move on to the next game on our list, that being the Honeycombs. To survive the Honeycombs, you need to be able to take the shape out of the cookie without breaking the shape. Those are a steady hand as to be able to remove the shape and the patience necessary to slowly but surely evacuate the cookie shape. Some contestants who have a steady hand and are patient enough to take the cookie from its holding include the following. Marge Simpson making another appearance due to her shocking patience and the fact she seems to be one of the very few steady-handed characters in the show. Lisa Simpson is a skilled saxophone player with average patience. Herb Powell has the steady hands of an inventor and the patience of a saint. Professor Fink is very similar due to his inventor status. He has a naturally steady hand and his patience is just as great, if not greater, than Marge's. Lindsay Nagel is skilled in the use of firearms and bows, showing her steady hand, and Sideshow Bob is not only one of the most patient characters in the show, but is a skilled surgeon as shown on many accounts. The first to go during this game is Bart Simpson.
Bart, no!
Honestly, throughout the series, he is one of the most impatient characters, except for when he is waiting for one of his pranks to work. There are occasions
I guess that's true, yeah.
You kidding me, Bart?
He doesn't. Even his skills in pranking aren't very useful because, as you know, cheating gets you eliminated. Next to be eliminated is Chief Wiggum. This is due to a couple of factors and comes down mostly to the fact that he's kind of impatient, has big hands that wouldn't be very helpful for extracting the shape, and he's kind
Dang
of
it, Chief.
He might just eat the cookie instead. Now,
Yeah.
These by themselves are not enough to get him eliminated, but altogether, Wiggum is dropped pretty quickly. The next to go is none other than Milhouse.
Damn.
Milhouse is clumsy, there's no doubt about
Not
that.
the Chief.
Sure, he's not shaky, but his bad luck and clumsiness cause him a lot of problems. He
Yeah.
can be very patient at times,
Dang it,
which
Milhouse.
doesn't help his case, and he doesn't have a steady hand most of the time. So today, nothing's coming up Milhouse. The final character to die during this game is Nelson Muntz. This is due to a crazy home life.
Not Milhoju.
However, that doesn't change the fact that Nelson is impatient
Ha ha.
99% of the time and has pretty big
Ha ha, you're out, boy. I 3.
fails because he tends to use his brawn and not his brain, which makes him a very strong candidate for failure.
Yeah.
With the Honeycombs evacuated and only 22 of our original 30 in play, we move to the next game, the Midnight Brawl. The Midnight Brawl, while not an official game, is one of the most important moments in the series. This is due to the fact that a large portion of players get picked off if they don't have what it takes to survive. The 3 ways one survives in this game are the following. The hand-to-hand combat skills to survive in a group combat, the stealth skills necessary to hide, preferably in plain sight, or the intelligence necessary to win through other tactics. Contestants who have all the necessary skills for survival include Marge Simpson gets the 3rd mention in surviving sections. Not only does she have above average intelligence for Springfield, but she's also a skilled mixed martial artist, which helps her in this game.
Damn.
Seymour Skinner has military training and is above average intelligence, which makes him a highly pertinent threat.
Okay, who wants a piece of me?
Mr. Burns is highly stealthy and amazingly intelligent. Sideshow Bob is extremely intelligent and one of the stealthiest characters in the show. And finally, Hank Scorpio is a highly intelligent and an above-average combatant, making him a shoo-in. The first character to die in this game is Lenny Leonard. Lenny is a good friend and co-worker of Homer, and the reason he dies in a game like this is simple. He is average across the board. In a game like this, being average across the board is not a good thing. He doesn't excel in any category, which causes him to die in this game. The next character to fall in this game is Krusty the Clown.
Well, rip Krusty.
And can be quite the funny guy at times.
Not Lenny at Lear Kyle here.
2 main reasons. The first reason is that while he's of average intelligence, he's not a combatant, which makes him hard
Krusty,
to
no.
survive. His shocking white face paint and his large body make him
Not
look like
Kirsty.
resisted stealth either, meaning he has no way to survive this game and he dies. The corrupt chief Rex Banner is the last character to fall during this game. Rex Banner, despite being a relatively recognizable villain, kind of fails in a lot of the important categories. He's only average in stealth skills, as he doesn't seem bad nor good when it comes to stealth. He's also kind of incompetent, not more so than Wiggum, but more so than you would think, and he's also slightly corrupt. He can then only rely on fighting skills that he doesn't seem to have, as he doesn't fight anyone during the episode, so Banner dies during this game. Very few people die during the Midnight Brawl, leaving us with 19 of our original 30 as we head into Tug of War. Tug of War is a game that requires 2 skills if you wish to survive it. Those 2 skills are the strength necessary to pull the rope and cause the others to fail, and the teamwork to pull the rope in tandem and kill the other team. Some strong players or contestants that work well in a team include Marge Simpson, gets another mention due to being one of the most likely characters in this series to work on a team. Ned Flanders, who has above average strength, just look at him, and he's always happy to work in a team. And Barney Gumble has above average strength even while drunk and is extremely loyal to those who need his help. The first to go during Tug of War is Edna Krabappel. Edna fails because she only has average strength, which isn't a knock against her by itself, but she also doesn't seem very keen to work on a team, at least for the most part. You combine these 2 things and we sadly have to eliminate her during this game. Next to go during this game is none other than Mr. Burns. Burns fails this game very easily. Honestly, there is no one who fails this game harder than Montgomery Burns. Burns is not only exceedingly weak, as been shown hundreds of times throughout the show, but he has also starkly refused to work in a team 99% of the time if it's not the Springfield Republican Party. While very smart, Lindsay Nagel is the next one to fall during this game. Lindsay is a part of Springfield's Mensa and is exceedingly smart, and she is also a skilled marksman. However, she has only average strength and doesn't seem very likely to work on a team. That, of course, causes her to fail due to the rules we've set in place, causing Nagel's elimination. For similar reasons, Artie Ziff is the next to die. Artie, much like Lindsay, is exceedingly smart and is one of the smartest characters in the show. However, he is relatively weak. It hasn't been played up like Burns, but he's still shown to be pretty weak. He also is not very willing to work in a team, as he seems to love backstabbing people as he did with Homer.
Tape his mouth so he can't deny it!
You combine these factors, and it's no surprise he fails this game handedly. Finally...
Alright, I'm calling it. I think Marge is gonna win the whole thing.
We sadly have to eliminate Sideshow Bob next. Bob is a criminal mastermind and a highly intelligent person in general. Bob is even shown to have average strength, maybe slightly lower, but it's hard to say. However, he is
Probably.
unlikely to work in a team, such as when he had to be forced into working with Homer to find out who was trying to kill him. So, sadly, his lack of teamwork skills causes him to fall pretty heavily in a game like this. With only 14 of our original 30 casts still intact, we move on to the infamous Marbles game. To survive and win the marble game, you need to be skilled in manipulation or be able to withstand the manipulation from others. If you can't do one of those, you're liable to lose. If you can't do both, you're undoubtedly dying. Masters of manipulation who are likely to survive this game include Fat Tony, who is one of the most manipulative villains in this series due to his position. Russ Cargill is more than able to manipulate the President of the United States, and Hank Scorpio, whose charisma is some of the highest in the series, and he would no doubt survive this game. The first to go during this game is Lisa Simpson.
Oh no, Lisa!
Lisa is really smart, there's no doubt about that. However, she is still a child. Due to being a child, she is quite easily manipulated, especially by authority figures. She's also not very skilled in manipulation, which stops her from being able to survive.
Lisa.
Then next of all, his name is Ned Flanders.
No, Ned!
Smart guy at times, but multiple episodes, especially in the Treehouse of Horror, show that he can be easily manipulated, even by people like Homer and Bart. Also,
No, Ned.
He's way too trusting.
Manipulator causing his death in this game. One of Mr. Burns'
Not Ned.
clan workers, Carl
Another
Carlson,
new Ned.
Carl doesn't do a lot in the show as it stands, and manipulation is definitely not one of them. Being able to manipulate people is very important, but he also seems easy to manipulate at times. Combining these factors is what causes him to die in this game, even if it's sad to see him go. Another well-known and recognizable character to die here is Waylon Smithers.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
This game for the fact that he's not great at manipulating others, but that's not all. Smithers is very easily manipulated, not only by Mr. Burns, but by others, which makes him a shoo-in for dying in this game. Sadly, we have to see Barney Gumble fall next. Barney falls this low because even while sober, he's relatively easy to manipulate. He's also not that great of a manipulator, which definitely causes him to fall behind. But if he had access to alcohol, he would be even easier to manipulate. So, as it stands, he definitely loses this game. The hard-working Frank Grimes is the final character to die during the Marbles game. Frank has one of the saddest stories in all of The Simpsons, from his childhood to his time at the plant. Frank sadly fails here because of his severe lack of manipulation
Didn't like
skills.
him.
Despite his rough childhood, he lacks any sort of skills in manipulation because they weren't necessary for him. With the Marvel games wiping out a large group of people, we are now down to only 8 of our original 30 as we head into the Glass Stepping Stones. The Glass Stepping Stones, or the Glass Bridge, is one of the hardest games to determine. This is due to its high dependency on good luck and a skill not very many people have. However, we've determined the easiest way to figure it out is by combing over one's ego. Those with a higher ego are more likely to pick a lower number in order to go first before they know what the game is and therefore fall through the glass. The first to fall through the glass is Herb Powell. Herb is Homer's older half-brother, voiced by Danny DeVito. Well, because he's a rich inventor and had a pretty hefty team of people that loved him, he had a bit of a big head and is likely to pick one of the higher numbers, maybe a middle number, which would cause his failure. The next to go through the glass is Professor Frink.
Oh no!
With a relatively large ego compared to the others in the series. It's not as large as certain characters, but if you look at certain moments, it's obvious. His intense intelligence is what makes him egotistical, such as hiding the truth of the hamburger earmuffs or taking over Springfield with Mensa. So his ego causes him to pick a lower number to go first. Everyone's favorite mob boss, Fat Tony, is the next to fail. Tony is
Cause he's fat.
Intensely smart, intimidating, and manipulative, but his years as a mob boss have made him egotistical.
Finally.
Tony would likely choose to go first or as soon.
Oh, okay, it's not cause he's fat, just cause he's egotistical. Okay, well, my bad on that. Apologies.
The biggest ego in the room goes to Ross Cargill.
Yep.
Cargill is the main villain of the Simpsons movie and has the ego the size of a house.
Yeah, see, my knowledge of The Simpsons, I've only seen the movie and maybe like clips of the show, but I have not seen really much of the show, and I've only seen the movie.
Same here.
He'd likely choose to go as soon as possible as well. Sadly, we have to eliminate one of our favorite characters, Hank Scorpio. Scorpio is a supervillain who is highly intelligent and manipulative, and seems to be good-spirited even when Homer has to leave. Hank does, however, have quite the ego. He doesn't hide his identity even when threatening the United Nations. He is a clever
I never
guy and
watched
might even
it.
try to force others to go ahead of him to increase his chances of survival. However, much like Jiaksu, who tried this plan, he wouldn't likely survive much further than that. The final character to fail and fall through the glass is Snake Jailbird.
Who?
Snake is a criminal and quite intelligent. He's even sometimes a pretty chill dude. However, Snake falls because he would likely pick a middle or maybe even a front-runner number. And he's also likely to try and force others to go before him when it's his turn, and it wouldn't be a shock to anyone to see him go out like
Not
Jiaksu.
Snake.
We are now down to the final 2 contestants as we move into the...
I told you Marge is gonna win.
This Squid Game requires one skill, and that is hand-to-hand combat prowess, because that's what the game comes down to in the end. Yes, the Midnight Brawl also tested this, but this comes down to a
Yup, I'm calling
duel,
it.
which is quite different. The final 2 survivors are Manic Matriarch Marge Simpson and antagonistic Administrator Seymour Skinner. Both
I'm sorry, Marge is winning.
altruistic, and
Marge sweeps
intimidating
here.
at times. Both of them are also skilled fighters in their own rights, but we've decided that Seymour Skinner is the
I
last
want
to fall.
Marge to win.
Haha! Marge wins.
Never get to see him in hand-to-hand combat to our knowledge. However,
Yes.
the episode of Great White Hope shows Marge becoming a skilled mixed martial artist after training under Dredrick Tatum.
Well,
one of
buddy,
the
I'm
best
gonna
fighters
head
in
out,
the
gonna
series.
help out
This
family,
was
so I'll
definitely
check
one
the
of the harder
VOD
ones
if
to
I
decide
don't
on,
come
and
back.
Marge Simpson winning was not
Okay,
Yes.
Zayden.
but it's what we eventually decided.
See ya, Zayden. Thanks for sticking by. Hope you had fun. Oh, King of the Hill. Now this is a show that I know about. Yeah, I've watched a lot. Yeah, this was one of my favorite shows.
See your buddy, take care, asterisk, heart, hands, asterisk.
Now to start out,
Bye.
we only have one rule for this list due to King of the Hill being a pretty down-to-earth show. And that rule is that everyone comes into the games with
See
no
your demon.
weapons or enhancements of any kind, so that everyone is on an even playing field. So let's
Best
get to our
viewers
players.
on
They are
smshuccess.ru
as
at
follows.
OpenQuoxy.
Peggy Hill,
You too, demon.
Mod! Oh, thank you.
Dale losses first, lol.
Bobby Hill,
Yeah, I can see Dale probably losing. He's going to be one of the first ones to go. Because I don't think he has the temperament and patience or
Done.
listening skills. Thank you, Cookie. For the red light, green light, or the cookie cutting. He's not a good fighter, even though he is squirrely, because he has squirrel tactics! But, maybe the squirrel tactics would help him during the brawl. He's very easily manipulated, and he's not really a good manipulator himself, so he's going to lose that marbles game. He's not strong at all. I don't think he's much of a team player, so he would definitely lose the tug of war. Honestly, yeah. I think he's going to be pretty much one of the first ones to go down. He's a pretty weak character.
Dee Dee, Dale, Nancy, Joseph, Bill, Boomhauer, John Redcorn, Khan, Min, Buck Strickland, Buckley, Enrique, Chuck Mangione, Jimmy Witcher, Stuart Dooley, Clark Peters, Karen Stroop, Budisak, Joe Jack, Junie Harper, Willie Lane, Dark, Alabaster Jones, and Connie. With our rules and
Really, Alabaster Jones? He only showed up in like one episode, from what I remember.
players revealed, we enter the first
Did they put Bobby in there?
being red light, green light. To survive the sniper rifle onslaught of red light, green light, you need two things to survive. A level head is required to stay
Yeah,
steady,
level-headed
secondly,
and
you'll
listening
need
skills.
superb listening skills. Some early game standouts include the main man himself, Hank.
Of course, Hank.
He's very good with directions as well as maintaining order. And if anyone is a big advocate for listening to rules, it's Hank.
Yep.
Khan was a military man, and while he is headstrong and aggressive, to say the least, his military training would make him a shoo-in for this game. Everyone's favorite fast talker, Boomhauer, also passes this game because of his superb listening skills and his shockingly level head. Finally, Karen Stroop, due to her background as a pastor, has a level head and is a great listener. Sadly, Dale is probably the first one to go.
I told you, Dale is like the least qualified to be in Squid Games because he would lose almost every single one of these, except for maybe the brawl. Because, like I said, he could use the squirrel tactics to stay out of the fight.
This is because despite his multitude of skills, especially in stealth and
No one's gonna catch the big D off guard.
he lacks a level head and great listening skills.
Yep.
His conspiratorial mind is what really drops him in this game. He would probably be focusing more on why he was there and blaming the government than he would be on surviving. We also have to eliminate Chuck Mangione here as well.
Aww.
Chuck dies during this game for one major reason, and that is his sanity.
So I'm not crazy, but you are.
He signed a contract with Megalomart to appear at every one of their openings because he didn't read the fine print. He then hides within the Arlen Megalomart and kind of fell off his rocker, which makes it hard for him to survive a game like this. Very few people fell during red light, green light, leaving us with a total of 28 out of our original 30 when we head into the Honeycomb Challenge. The Honeycomb game requires two skills if one wants to survive. The first skill is patience. This means those who are patient are more likely to survive, because you need a level head to cut apart those shapes. Secondly, you need a steady hand so you don't break the cookie. Shaky hands or big fat hands cause you to fail. Those likely to survive this game include Bobby Hill, who isn't the most patient, but he is very steady-handed due to his marksmanship skills.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Cotton survives this second game as well, once again due to his military training, which makes him very steady-handed and quite patient when needed to be. I mean, the man was able to slow down his heart rate to stop the Japanese from torturing him. And as I'm sure Nancy Gribble would attest, John Redcorn also has a set of steady hands.
Oh my
Han
gosh.
survives for similar reasons to Cotton, due to his military training and surprising patience for most things. The first person to go in this game is Hank's boss, Buck Strickland.
Yep.
Buck is a lot of things, but patient is certainly not one of them. He's constantly shown to be impatient during the show. Not necessarily as bad as some, but definitely to the point where he would have a huge disadvantage. We also have to eliminate Jimmy Witchard.
Yeah.
Jimmy is a well-known recurring small character, but those who know Jimmy know he is not a patient man.
Can't say no to the boss. I'm the boss.
Can't say no to the boss. I'm the
Tried
boss.
to make Bobby go across a racetrack to get him a soda and couldn't wait for him to go around. So it's no surprise that he would fail any game that requires patience.
Yep.
Finally, we also have to eliminate Alabaster Jones, the pimp voiced by Snoop Dogg. Alabaster's whole shtick is the fact that he's kind
Give
of
it up for 2 hours, chat.
Yep, we hit 2 hours.
Poaching his girls.
Believe it, homie. She's my hoe.
And Alabaster's impatience is definitely a death sentence in this game. With shockingly few eliminations again, we have 25 of our original 30 contestants enter the Midnight Brawl. We consider the Midnight Brawl its own game, and because of that, we've found 3 major ways to survive. You can win this game through your combat skills, as being a good fighter makes you a major threat. You can also win through stealth. Being able to hide means you survive. Finally, being intelligent.
Yeah, see, if Dale hadn't have got immediately eliminated, I think he could win this one.
Also gives you a shot at survival. Some relevant survivors include Lucky, who is not a smart man, but due to his skills in sticking, he may be able to survive pretty easily. Once again, Cotton Hill is a standout survivor due to his militarily trained combat skills and his above-average intelligence. Khan is a bit smarter than most of the characters in the show, and he was in the military like Cotton and knows some martial arts. Finally, Willie Lane survives due to his large size being a major deterrent against attacking him, and he would prove tough to bring down as it stands due to his size.
Yeah.
I like this little chicken chest. He's got spirit.
Due to her lack of combat skills, we're eliminating Peggy Hill.
Because
of the
Rip Peggy.
Reasons. She has average stealth skills, and she thinks she's a lot smarter than she is.
Yeah.
The only person we can remember her taking down in the show is Bobby, because his secret weapon doesn't work on her. And let's be real.
Which is bullshit, because I guarantee you, if you kick a woman in the twat, it's going to hurt. That is a fact. So
Isn't Khan a suck up for his boss?
yeah, true. So he's probably going to lose the marbles game.
Real, Peggy is not the most well-liked person, and might have a target on her back from the get-go. Peggy's niece, Leanne, also
Yeah, Peggy's ego would make her a target.
falls in this round.
Oh no, Luann! If she did pass this, she would be taken down in the marbles game because, of course, everybody knows she's very easily manipulated, and she is not a manipulator.
This is because, like Peggy, she lacks any fighting skills, but she's also quite ditzy. She plays into the dumb blonde stereotype throughout most of the show, and wouldn't have any real survival tactics in a situation like this.
Not Ewan.
Another one of Hank's friends.
I think her being a pretty good mechanic. Actually, that's probably why she won the honeycomb game, is because she's good with her hands, because she is a good mechanic. Which is something that I'm very upset that the show never really did much with. They showed that she was a good mechanic, and then they just didn't do anything with it. So I always hated that.
Bill also falls in this round.
Oh no, not Bill! 07 for Bill.
Like the aforementioned characters, Bill is not a fighter. He's probably the most pacifistic character on the show. And secondly,
and easily manipulated.
He's probably not that great at hiding or fighting. And poor Bill is also not the smartest, which kind of gives him a red X in all 3 important categories. Yep.
He was in the military, but he wasn't a combatant. He was he's the
bulldozer.
Oh, that's true. He was excellent. He wasn't captain of his football team, and he was like you said, the bulldozer. But unfortunately, those days are behind him. And like I said, he's in the military, but he's a barber. He's not active combat.
You ever think
about that dead boyfriend of yours?
Luann's old boyfriend, Buckley, also dies in this game for a couple reasons.
I'm surprised he survived this long, to be honest.
Buckley is a teen, which makes him kind of indignant, but he's much like Luann when it comes to intelligence.
How did he survive red light, green light, and honeycomb? Is my question.
He's also very ditzy, and when you combine that with the fact that he's not a combatant, he's a shoo-in for an execution. Big bully Clark Peters is the last to be eliminated during this game. This is due to Clark not being the strongest combatant, as he is one of the first to feel Bobby's wrath. But he also lacks a lot of intelligence, and seems pretty slow, not just mentally, but also physically. Going into our next game, we still have 20 of our original 30. A perfect amount to play tug-of-war.
I guess not only would Bobby just be kicking everybody in the crotch, but he could also hide. He's pretty good at hiding. So if he'll be trying to hide, and if he can't,
send Bobby to take his purse.
Exactly. If he can't hide, he will just be kicking everybody in the balls.
Tug-of-war is a very interesting game to play because it requires two very distinct skills. Those two skills are the strength needed to pull the other team off the top.
Oh, Bobby is not very athletic, even though he can be a team player, so he might go down.
The teamwork that can be used to overpower brute strength if needed. The standout survivors of Tug-of-War include John Redcorn, who is one of the stronger characters in the series. And while he's not the heaviest teamwork kind of guy, he's not one of the worst ones either. Joe Jack is also a relatively big guy and works pretty well on a team typically, at least if you look at Strickland Propane. And then obviously Willie Lane is going to survive due to his intense strength and his past as
If Bill were not eliminated, he would carry this game no problem. If Bobby live here, he's making it to the end.
Have you ever seen anything more healthy than this?
Sadly, the first to go is Cotton Hill.
Because he ain't got no shins.
Who we thought would run away with the contest, but much like his shins, he lost it amongst a group of bodies. Simply put, Cotton is a lot older, with his fair share of shortcomings, pun very much intended. His lack of strength due to his age, and his pure refusal to work as a team, especially if Hank is near it, means he is most definitely going to be eliminated.
I didn't want you, I wanted a boy!
Next to go is
I never liked Cotton.
Yeah. I was gonna say
him.
I was gonna say I don't think anyone's crying over that.
News anchor and wife of Dale. Nancy fails the
kind of surprised Nancy lasted this long.
This game for one reason and one reason only. That's her competitiveness. In one episode, it's proven that when Dale is not around, she grows very competitive, very quickly, causing her to be highly unlikely to play well on a team, which is a death sentence during this game. Another mom, Min, is next to be eliminated. She is kind of a pretentious person, which makes her not that great of a team player.
God, I hate her too.
She worked with some of the other neighborhood moms on occasion, but her vying to be a team leader could also be disastrous. The deadpan bully, Stuart Dooley, is next for elimination. This is due to his scrawny body being no beacon for strength, and that he more than likely won't work well on a team. Yeah, he usually hangs around Clark Peters, but he's also a bully, making him not much of a team player.
Your dad lost his job.
Finally, Jeannie Harper is next to go.
Joseph likes to watch.
Who hates Halloween and Hills. She's an older woman.
Oh, yeah, no tears cried for this character either.
Woman with a bit of a frumpy disposition, which makes her far from the strongest. But for all we know, she would refuse to be on a team just because she thinks it's demonic. With half of the original cast left, a clean 15 out of 30, we now make it to the infamous marble game. The marble game rewards one major strategy outside of being able to play games with marbles. This is
Let's go, Hank!
And this skill goes both ways. We factored in the characters' manipulation skills and their likelihood to be manipulated. Those who surprisingly sweep through the game include Jeff Boomhauer, whose speech pattern makes it hard to manipulate people, but he is also shown to be hard to manipulate as well.
Don't call you sometime.
John Redcorn is also shown to be a bit of a manipulator on the show as well, so he survives. And Karen Stroop's godly background might have honed her manipulation background a bit as well.
Ooh, shots fired.
The first to be eliminated is Lucky.
Lucky, no!
mentioned earlier, is not the sharpest guy. When
Yeah.
you this with the fact
He's
that
easily
he didn't
manipulated.
demonstrate any manipulation skills for
Yeah,
himself,
he's easily
it's pretty obvious
manipulated.
that he would be eliminated. We also have to see Dee Dee go as well. Another character who isn't all that bright. It wouldn't be that difficult to manipulate her. Joseph Gribble gets eliminated for similar reasons.
Oh, Joseph.
For a kid, it wouldn't be difficult to manipulate him. We have
Yeah.
to see Connie go as well.
No, not Connie! But she's intelligent.
This is due to her father, Con, who is relatively good at manipulating her, combined with her shy personality. Hank's co-worker
Well, okay.
Enrique gets eliminated here as well.
Oh yeah, definitely
Mainly
Enrique.
Because we can see how easy it would be to manipulate him due to his general subservience to a manipulator like Buck Strickland. Comedian turned co-worker Budisak falls for the same reason that Enrique
Yes, Connie.
does. Manipulated by Buck Strickland and showcasing no manipulation skills for himself. And finally, Dirk has to die during this game as well. Dirk is definitely a meathead, and while he can subtly manipulate Bill, that doesn't really say much because anybody could manipulate Bill. With 8 of our original 30 left, we reach our penultimate game, none other than the Glass Stepping Stones. The Glass Stepping Stones is a hard game to quantify due to its assumed randomness, but we figured out 2 criteria to judge the contestants on. That is the very niche likelihood to tell the different types of glass apart, and secondly, the player's ego and likelihood of them going first. First up for elimination is Hank Hill.
No, not Hank. No. Why?
Now, Hank is not an egomaniac by traditional standards, but he does tout himself as slightly higher than everyone else. And he's definitely the type to intentionally go first, not knowing what the challenge was. Next to go is John Redcorn. He's definitely the
No.
type to pick a low number, or even number 1.
Damn, I was so sure Hank was gonna make it to the end.
To let fate decide
Loudly
things for him.
crying
Not
face.
so friendly neighbor Khan is kind of similar.
Yeah.
He's a bit more of an ego than the other members of Rainy Street.
Not Hank.
He's better than the other hillbillies that he lives around.
Shut down this jockball. It's a school night.
We can definitely see Khan picking number 1. Same goes for Karen Stroop. She doesn't show a lot of ego during the series, but she does get prideful at moments, especially during her first episode and the episode where she dates Bill. One of the more obvious eliminations is Willie Lane. Willie is a 1-episode villain, and he steals that spotlight as much as he can from the Hills and company. He not only flaunts his status as a Dallas Cowboy repeatedly, but also uses his Super Bowl ring to get out of arrests. There is no doubt that he would probably fight John Redcorn just to be number 1, making him one of the first ones to get eliminated in this round. We also have to eliminate Joe Jack. Joe Jack is definitely a middle of the road
Too bad, honey.
type of guy, meaning that he would most likely pick a number dead center in the middle. But given the fact that the only people who survive this game are the ones that pick the high numbers in the back of the line, this still dooms Joe Jack to being eliminated. Now we finally get down to our last challenge, as our last 2 competitors face off in the titular Squid Game. The Squid Game comes down to one thing and one thing only. That is your combat skills. Now, while the Midnight Brawl tested the skills in group combat, this focuses on hand-to-hand singular combat. Our final 2 survivors are the fast-talking Texas Ranger Jeff Boomhauer and wannabe comedian Bobby Hill.
Wow, it's down between Boomhauer and Bobby.
After long deliberation, we sadly have to see Boomhauer die during this game.
Yo, they gave it to Bobby!
This really comes down to the fact that despite Boomhauer's overall intelligence, as well as patience and teamwork skills, he just can't cut it in a fight. Bobby, at the very least, has his defense course training, which would undoubtedly lead to his victory with a swift kick to the groin.
That's my Percy.
King of the Hill is one of those shows with so many
That's my purse! I don't know you!
different possible victors.
I don't
but it
know
just
you.
had to be Bobby Hill,
Yep.
because that boy truly ain't right.
Times are bleak in the year.
Wow. Okay, wow. This video is long. Alright. How about we take a short break?
I didn't know you.
Let's take a short break, guys, and we'll be back in a little bit.
That boy ain't right.
Alright, let's continue.
Year 3000.
Oh, Futurama! I know this one pretty good too.
Welcome back.
Bro, I've watched... Thank you. I've watched... Futurama. This, like,
Oh,
the
hey,
entire...
Futurama.
Yeah, I've watched this series, like, the entire series, over and over again so much. So I like to think I'm pretty knowledgeable here.
It's so bad that suicide boots are a thriving business.
I'm telling you, well, I would say Bender's going to win, but he's also got kind of an ego, so I don't know. Fry's probably going to get eliminated early.
Hey guys, I'm Brad with Wicked Bench, and today we'll be looking at which Futurama character we think would survive Squid Game.
It's probably going to be Leela. But, I don't know. She tends to have kind of an ego, too.
Alright, before we hop in, we gotta lay down some rules. First is that aliens, humans, and robots will qualify for this hypothetical round of the games. We will, however, be excluding characters that we feel have a biological advantage. Celestial beings, as well as liquid life forms, will not be making an appearance. Characters who normally have access to advanced technology will be without it during the 6 rounds. Characters who are advanced technology will be taken with their most default settings in place. For example, Bender will still be allowed to bend things, but he won't have access to his X-ray cheating specs. With that said, here are the candidates. Philip J. Fry, Taranga Leela, Bender, Amy Wong, Professor Farns.
Hey, you didn't say his whole name. It's Bender Bending Rodriguez.
Hermes Conrad, Dr. Zoidberg, Scruffy, the Barbara, Petunia, Sal, Kip Croker, Zap Brannigan, Morbo, Linda, Michelle, Calculon, the Crushinator, Donbot, Elzar, Abner Double Deal, Barbados Slim, Bubblegum Tate, Taranga Munda, Taranga Morris, Lur from the planet Omicron Persei 8, Hyper Chicken,
I'm Lur from the planet Omicron Persei 8.
So, Hattie McDougal,
Wait, what about Ndunda, his queen? You gonna include her?
and the Robot Devil. Let's see which of our favorite futuristic characters have what it takes to win the 45 billion won. Or
Zap is gonna lose early.
potentially. The first game is, of course, Red Light, Green Light. This game is about decisive action, moving quickly, and a person's ability to follow instructions as though their lives depend on it. There's no cap on how many characters can survive this round, but it's unlikely to blow over with 0 casualties. Some characters pass at warp speed. Leela has the no-nonsense attitude required to tackle the challenges correctly from the beginning. Barbados Slim and Hermes Conrad both have experience holding difficult positions from their limbo careers, and would be across the finish line in no time. We also know that Professor Farnsworth is good at holding still. So good that sometimes it looks like he's dead. And this doesn't hurt old men in this round, as was proven by O.L. Nam. Unfortunately, there are characters who don't take instructions seriously, or understand what was being asked of them. Fry would likely be one of the first players eliminated.
Of course you knew Fry was going first.
Can you just see him raising his hand to ask a question after the first red light? His ex-girlfriend Michelle is so jumpy that we think she
That was
probably be
quick.
joining him quickly. Hattie McDougal would likely lecture them, or the staff, getting herself killed. Hyper Chicken, the southern lawyer, is too hyper to hold still, even if he doesn't panic. Finally, we don't think that the Robot Mafia's leader, the Donbot, or lazy construction worker, Sal, are fast enough to make it over the finish line within 5 minutes. Alright, 6 contestants got whacked in this round, meaning that we have 24 remaining. Next is Honeycomb.
Good night, dumb prince.
To win this round, you need dexterous hands, patience, and determination. If you move too fast, you can break the honeycomb candy and risk elimination. If you work too slow, you risk not finishing at all. An obvious shoo-in to survive this round is the Robot Devil, since he has some of the best hands in the year 3000. Barbara's hair braiding routine makes her an excellent candidate to pass. Of course, Bender would do fine, as breaking honeycomb is just a precision form of bending, and Flexo would pass through for the same reason, though not all robots have such an edge. The Crushinator, despite having a gentle heart, would most likely crushionate the cookie, taking her out of the running. Dr. Zoidberg has proven that he lacks the surgical precision required by his profession. Lur from the planet...
Are you sure about that? Oh, I'm calling bullshit on that. He is a surgeon. He knows what he's doing when it comes to aliens. It's just humans that he's not that good at. But when it comes to aliens, he's like one of the best ones around. And even though he has claw hands, he's still a skilled surgeon. So I'm calling bullshit on that one.
Omicron Per Se 8 doesn't have the patience. And we also think Calculon would be too tempted by a room full of quiet people and waste his time monologuing. Alright,
Yep.
20 characters remaining, and now it's time for the Midnight Brawl. While not an official round, it's something that is being controlled and observed by staff. Surviving the night can be accomplished through brains, brawn, or loyalty. The ones you have to look out for are the ones most likely to stir up trouble. A couple of players are safe. Elzar knows how to use his status and bribes, and Bubblegum Tate would be logically thinking through his strategy for the next game, not getting in the way of anyone. Some characters are worse at keeping to themselves. Linda would be going through some intense withdrawals at this point, and maybe
Probably.
trying to get alcohol. Barbados Slim would make a play for LaBarbara, but we know from experience nothing can come between her and Hermes. Though we think Bender may start drama in the robot group, we think it's more likely for Flexo to take that fatal fall. Finally, we have to say goodbye to Captain Zach Brannigan. Whether he's trying to recruit men to die for him and they mutiny, or he's trying to bunk with a woman capable of killing him, we don't think he survives until morning. Even after that blood night, we still have 16 out of the 30 contestants left to compete in Tug of War. Despite being a team game, we're not going to be forming full teams. Likelihood of survival will be based on individual merit. Other factors will include strength, determination, and their ability to work with others. There's some characters who wouldn't break a sweat. Morbo has strength and determination on his side. We also think Tarangamunga's suction cup tentacles give her an advantage that can't be overlooked. Of course, we got casualties. Kip lacks the determination and physical strength required for the round.
Kip, no!
Petunia would fall for pretty much the same reasons, not to
Yeah.
mention the shakes from being without her cigarette. The final person eliminated in this round
07.
who we think is the
Morris, no!
least determined contestant left in the pool. Alright, 13 left. Next is Marbles. Again, we won't be outlining the specific teams for this, so much as we'll be looking at traits that make a character more or less likely to make it through. Now, there is some skill that goes into Marbles, depending on which version of the game you play. Consider that a tiebreaker qualification. We'll be looking more at emotional manipulation and rational thinking for the key survival qualities.
It was quick.
As always, there are shoe-ins. The Robot Devil survives for his experience manipulating robots and humans alike. Abner Double Deal has a similar background and can often be more convincing one-on-one. Bubblegum Tate makes the cut for his advanced knowledge of physics, which we think could be a tiebreaker in his favor. We eliminated 2 characters who we think would sacrifice themselves for their partners, Hermes Conrad and Tarangamunda. Their hearts proved to be their downfall. We're also eliminating Morbo, who we think may very well break the no physical violence rule after losing his patience with our petty human beings. Alright, 10 contestants remaining.
Damn.
Next is Glass Stepping Stones. A lot of this game is life-based, but as you know, the biggest factor is the order in which the characters
I think Leela's gonna win.
Qualities that would normally be good, such as bravery, confidence, and initiative, can get characters eliminated. Unlike the other categories, we're gonna go through this one chronologically.
I think Fry.
Eliminations will be first this time.
Dude, Fry's the first one to go.
Would be Leela. Her take charge attitude would put her with an early number, if not
What?
first. She's relatively lucky, but luck can only carry a person so far on the glass bridge. Following her are Bender and Elzar. These two
Bender, no!
I'm sorry.
themselves
Ha.
to the front. Bender may actually be the first one to try and stall, forcing other characters ahead of him. We think
Yeah.
Elzar
No
could be the one to
Bender.
call him out on it before ultimately having to follow him to the ground below. LaBarbara, Bubblegum Tate, and Professor
Bubblegum!
being reasonable.
Professor!
Probably all find themselves in the middle, where animal instincts and critical thinking suggest it would be the safest. Therefore, they're all casualties as well.
Bubblegum, no.
Personalities incline them to be near the back. Amy Wong, the Robot Devil, Abner Double Deal, and Scruffy all find themselves in a relatively safe position.
Nope, Scruffy's gonna win.
But don't get too comfortable yet. Don't forget that you can always run out of time on the glass stepping
MHM.
stone as well. Since we have never seen Scruffy rush before, we think he'd probably choose last, giving him dead last position on the bridge. This means that he's also eliminated
Ah, Scruffy, no.
for not finishing quickly enough. So, we have 3 players heading into our final round of Squid Game. For this, we'll be looking at morality, emotional manipulation, strategy, and more than anything, physical fitness. Basically, this is a full-on combat situation, but we've considered everything that might give one party or another the edge. Not to spoil the surprise, but Abner Double Deal doesn't win. We're not entirely sure he makes it to the field. We think he'd probably try to turn the other 2 contestants against one another, but Amy and the Robot Devil both know a thing or two about how far a sleazy man can be trusted. As such, our script
I think Amy's gonna win.
game comes down to Amy versus the Robot Devil. The Robot Devil may have some advantages going in. We've established that his hands are amazing and he's cunning, but he also has a robot body. While we've seen that robots are just as susceptible of being destroyed as humans, it would be intimidating to fight a robot. This gives him a psychological edge that Miss Wong can't match. But we've seen what Amy can do when she's determined. So the question is, how bad does Amy want to win? She was probably the only character in our entire roster who didn't need the money. But we know that she values her survival and would probably be angry about the loss of her partner Kif. When it comes down to it, we know she can take a beating, and that the Robot Devil can't. That means that the Robot Devil falls or survives.
Hell yeah! Amy Wong!
And Amy Wong is the winner of our Squid Game. Rick and Morty have survived many tough scrapes. They have vacationed in next territory and made it out alive from Purge Planet. They can handle anything.
I've seen a good bit of Rick and Morty, but I admit I am behind on a few seasons, so.
What about a scenario where the one sacred
I know nothing of Rick and Morty.
This means
Asterisk Rick.
gadgets, no leniency from staff, and no portal guns. Hey guys, I'm Brad from Wicked Binge, and today we'll be looking at which Rick and Morty character would win Squid Game. First, we gotta lay down a couple of ground rules, folks. While we have included some alien life forms, we will not be including any character whose powers would be hard for the staff to keep in check. Fart, for instance, could easily take over the operation by getting into the minds of staff. We also will be taking into consideration characters who couldn't easily
It is Rick and Morty.
including ships, gods, planets, and Mises. So, the 30 players for this year's Squid Games are as follows. Rick Sanchez, Morty Smith, Summer Smith, Jerry Smith, Beth Smith,
Beth and Summer are going to go pretty far.
Bird Person, Tammy Guterman, Arthrisha, Dr. Wong, Crumbopulous Michael, Mr. Goldenfold, Jessica, Shrimply Pibbles, Scroopy Noopers, Cornelius Daniels, Zeep Zamthorpe, Tommy, the Devil, Masha, the Agency Director, Revolio Clockberg Jr., Vance Maximus, Noob, Frank Palicki, Prince Nebulon, Abradolf Linkler, Lucy, Hemorrhage, and the President. With our rules and players sorted, we can enter the first game, which is, of course, red.
I'm the damn President of the United States!
Swiftness, following directions, and a person's ability to treat everything like a game of life or death. Although there's no cap on how many people can survive, lives are often lost due to carelessness, panic, or the time constraint. A few characters would pass this round with flying colors. Rick would probably be the first to grasp the lethal nature of the games. We imagine he'd also tip off Morty, getting his grandson through the first round. Famed assassin, Crumbopulous Michael, who takes things at face value and is fast, might be
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
the first across the finish line. Masha, leader of the female Desorpians, is really patient, but having seen the violence of her species' male counterparts, we doubt she'd panic when the shooting starts. Not everyone can be so lucky, however. We think Revolio Clockberg Jr. is the first to go.
Damn.
He may have survived the Gear Wars, but we don't think he could survive the snipers. But as long as it takes to get his gears to stop, move, and wind up, this game sets him up for failure. Following almost immediately after him is Shrimply
Not
Pibbles.
Gearhead.
Being both a legend and a hero, we think that Shrimply Pibbles would stop to help the first down party, tragically losing his own life in the process. Our third and
Do you even know my real name? It's Revolio Clockberg Jr. I come from an entire species of gear people. You calling me Gearhead is like calling a Chinese person Asia face.
Final candidate for the round is Abradolf Linkler. While he's an impressively fit experiment, he's conflicted. We don't think he would have decided if he was in support of playing the game until after it was too late for him to make it across.
Yeah.
Assuming he didn't get shot during the animated debate he was having with himself at the starting line. Surprisingly, only a few casualties in the first round. It leaves us with 27 of 30 still alive for our second game, Honeycomb. The skills required for this game include a steady hand and a slow approach. Characters who are patient and unflinching have a better shot of surviving this round. Again, there are characters who would pass this challenge with no problem. We think as a valuable coin collector and mobile game enthusiast, Jerry has the finger dexterity to shine. As a horse surgeon, Beth would also fare well. Coming from an old-timey planet, Arthricia might be decently acquainted with the needle. Someone who has virtually no hope of making it through the round is Squanchy.
Oh no, Squanchy!
And most of his power comes from his ability to rage. We can't see him making it more than a...
Realistically, I wouldn't survive Squid Games.
I wouldn't either, probably.
Tommy has the patience for this.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Age might give him a higher affinity for children's games in general, but everything about him...
maybe I would be able to do red light, green light. I would not be able to do, Honeycomb, because I do not have steady hands. I have patience to a point. No, I wouldn't. I appreciate the support and all, but
would probably fail at the marble game.
I would fail at the marble game, definitely. I'd probably be eliminated at the honeycomb thing, because like I said, I do not have steady hands at all. I have shaky nerve hands. My nerves are, yeah. And like I said, I only have patience up to a certain point.
I'd barely make it to the marble game, and that would be my stopping point.
And also, I just know I would be the person whose cookie just... I would have the bad luck of my cookie just breaking on me and just breaking off on me. So I'd probably get eliminated in the cookie round.
In too trusting for marble game.
Yeah, I don't think.
Break all.
Yeah, yeah, like I said, I'm not good at marbles, and I think I'm a little too trusting.
Oh, the cookie smiling face with open mouth and cold sweat.
Yeah, the sugar cookie, not you. I don't know how well I would do in the brawl, even though I would probably try to find a good hiding spot. I would try to fight if I had to. I might be able to survive that one. Definitely not, probably not the tug of war, because I don't think my upper body strength is all that good. Even though I can be a team player.
I would protect you.
Aw.
No.
The glass pane one. The glass pane one, I'd probably have, like, bad luck on that. Or somebody would push my ass off. So yeah, I would definitely not win the Squid Games.
Clumsy and crazed. Frank Palicki may be good with a knife, but we doubt he'd be as good with a needle. Morty's bully from the pilot episode has already lasted longer in Squid Game than he did in the series, and we're gonna have to call his death here. And finally, Summer's Mad Max husband, Hemorrhage, has the patience for work as delicate as Honeycomb. To his credit, we think his rage would take down a couple of staff members on the way out, but there's no way he's coming through this challenge with his head, bucket or no. This means we have 23 characters left to participate in the Midnight Brawl. While this might not be a game, it's an important test of survival skills. The night in between Honeycomb and Tug of War shows just what contestants are made of when it becomes clear that murder is allowed. We'll be looking at players with the strength, stealth, or leadership skills that are required to make it through this harrowing night of combat. This is one area where the main cast makes it through. Like it or not, there's safety in numbers, and Rick knows how to best direct the Smith family for maximum effect. Even while Summer mourns
murder.
the passing of her two romantic
Nah,
interests,
just put me down, fam.
Tammy makes it through the night safely, as she has influence over Bird Person, who's very capable in combat. Finally, Crumbopulous Michael would make it through with his wide variety of lethal skills. Speaking of Crumbopulous,
he has a very particular set of skills.
Mr. Goldenfold would be out of his element, making him an isolated and therefore easy target. With no combat training, outside of his dreams, and very little charisma, we don't think there's much you can do about it. Scroopy Noopers is intelligent.
Yeah, he's a pretty pathetic character.
Probably
Yeah.
be taking out for his objection to the games in general and desire to vote his way out of further rounds. Jerry's stalker, Lucy, might consider this the perfect night to get Jerry alone. We think that subsequently, she would be killed by a very defensive and no-nonsense Beth. This could
Hell yeah, Beth.
also be the end of the president, who thinks he has way more sway than he does.
No, the president!
Be enough to get him through a couple of rounds. But when night falls, teams form, and the president finds himself without his guards, he might realize just how little sway he had.
Sir, where are your pants?
And finally,
Honk,
this
honk.
is the end for Cornelius Daniels, a Galactic Federation agent and a slaughtering ground with both Rick and Birdperson still alive. It's bad news. One or both is bound to want to eliminate that threat, thanks to some paranoia. Without his backup and government
I
technology,
thought he was wearing sweatpants, LMAO.
No, you saw the blur. They were blurring out his presidential... Well, you know. Oh no, not the alien bug guy that was voiced by oh crap, what is his name?
After that bloody night,
I like him a lot.
we still have 18 out of 30 contestants to compete in our next game, Tug of War. Despite
I'll remember his name in a minute.
We're not going to be forming full teams. Likelihood of survival in this round will be based on individual merit, though one of the qualities we're looking for is teamwork. Other factors will include strength and dynamics with the other characters. Though with very few physical strong characters left in the game at this point, strategy means more than it might normally. As with all rounds, there are characters who would make it through without breaking a sweat. Vance Maximus is one of the strongest characters left.
Yeah.
He'd be great at inspiring his team to rally for him. Likewise, with the Smith family, Dr. Wong would be a great team leader, as she would be able to get rid of limiting beliefs on her side. However, Ma Sha is gonna have to go. While she also has leadership potential and experience, she's not as direct or as practical as Dr. Wong. Likewise, her aversion to brute force makes her one of the physically weakest characters on the list.
Yeah.
Strength matters less with this group than it might in other groups. Anyone with weaker than average strength will be at a huge disadvantage. Likewise, we think this is the round where Jessica gets eliminated.
Jessica, no!
But that's not the same as being physically strong. She would be at a physical disadvantage and out of her element. Noob is at a significant height and strength disadvantage, and this is his final round in the games.
Aw, poor Noob.
Zeep Zamflorp dies over rivalries. If there were only two people to put together the symbols on the walls, it would be Zeep and Rick, though either would loathe to openly share that information. Since their survival would depend on that point from their ability to construct stronger teams, we feel that Rick has the edge. And though it pains us to say it, this is Jerry's last round. Not only do we doubt Jerry's physical strength, but we also doubt his resolve. We don't think Jerry has the...
No. Jerry can hide. He's good at hiding. As we saw in that couples counseling episode, yeah, he's good at hiding.
Determination to win one of the...
I would say Jerry would lose out on the marbles thing because he's very easily manipulated.
Deadliest games, not even for the sake of his team. We have 13 contestants left, meaning that just over half of them have been eliminated, heading into our fourth game, Marbles. Again, we won't be breaking up the specific teams for this, so much as...
Did you remember the alien name?
That make a character more or less like...
Oh, his voice actor. Nah, I'll remember it in a minute.
Into Marbles, depending on which version of the game you play, consider that a tiebreaker qualification. We'll be looking more at emotional manipulation and rational thinking. Some winners include Arthricia and Tammy, who are both great at emotional manipulation.
Was it Daniel?
Also have a few tricks, as he can be both clever and manipulative.
No.
Even without his cursed items. Unfortunately, there can't be winners.
Well, yeah, he's the devil. He's good at manipulation.
Is the first to go.
Aww, as Rick put it, bird person! No!
Due to cheating, and we've seen in the series how easily he can let his feelings for someone get the best of him. Dr. Wong possesses no small share of emotional tricks, but she's too virtuous.
No bird person.
So she's out too.
Aww.
History as a scammer might make him a strong candidate on paper, but given his history, we don't think it would translate. He wouldn't have his tech or his crew to come up with that elaborate
Not him.
scheme, and even those are prone to fail.
Yeah.
And finally, Rick Sanchez doesn't make it through.
No, Rick! Why not?
This might come as a huge shock to our viewers who expected he was a clear-cut winner, but
No,
his
Rick.
sets him back. Sticking to Morty and his other family during the game is something that would backfire, not unlike we saw in the actual Squid Game.
It's
When
Pickle
it was
Rick.
revealed that only one of each team
Oh god, please don't bring that meme up.
would survive, Rick's anger would surely turn on the staff, and he'd be dead before he got the chance to consider sacrificing himself for Morty. We only have 9 contestants left. Go.
Well, I can say I didn't expect Rick to lose
Pickle
already.
Rick.
Ultimate round, glass stepping stones. There are no easy choices. There are a lot of factors like the player positions, readiness to follow sequence, and luck. Rather than select our easy winners for this round, we'll be listing characters in the order they'd have selected their numbers. Up first is Summer Smith. Summer is headstrong, confident, and shows her emotional distress through reckless actions. This late in the game, she'd be feeling damn near invincible, and it would get her killed when she goes first.
Oh, no. No, Summer and Beth, no!
Beth would be looking out for her daughter first and foremost, perhaps even trying to talk Summer out of going first. In lack of that, we think she would have chosen the closest number and fought anyone.
No,
who tried
Beth and Summer.
Of course, going early in this game is never a good thing. Next is the agency director. He was the villain who opposed Pickle Rick, so he's seen weird stuff, but faced it with cool confidence. He's made it this far into the game by an average but hard to shake individual. We don't think he'd rush for a number, but we think he'd calmly walk toward the front to show a collected bit of authority over the remaining contestants. Following him and coming near the center is Arthricia. She's quiet but determined, and she'd actually be choosing a center number right around the time Summer was choosing first place. It's good instinct, and Arthricia must have had great instincts to survive
No furry.
so many purges. She's one of the most likely to cause a fuss when she has to choose the next stone. As we've seen, she's more than willing to stand up to authority. Ultimately, we think her tirade against the staff would leave her vulnerable to being pushed from a contestant behind her. Vance Maximus is another character that didn't dawdle in choosing a position, putting him right in the center. For all of his heroic showboating,
Yeah.
we know that Vance looks out for himself first and foremost when put under pressure. If
Yep.
Arthricia is wasting everyone's time on the bridge, he'd call himself a hero for pushing her. We also think he'd jump his way to safety after that, before eventually falling short. Tammy Guterman would have played like a champ this entire game. But without Bird Person protecting her this round, she'd be more vulnerable, and happier to blend in near the center. With the middle slot, she'd probably take the extra time to come up with a strategy, going just behind Vance. And finally, the Devil. Though we have a couple of characters left, he would
Oh,
have
no.
revolved toward the back, but he would have chosen the last number anyway. After all, watching people doom themselves through their choices is kind of his whole thing. This puts him near the back of the group, which is lucky, but he doesn't have the skills required to make that luck hold till the end. Now this leaves us.
This is my... What does he say? This is my... What did he say? This is my... something... company or whatever. You're Zuckerberging me? I was Zuckerberging people before Zuckerberg's balls dropped. I'm the devil, biatch! What? I love Alfred Molina. He was good in that role.
Us with 2 unlikely players fighting to the death in the final round of Squid Game. For this, we'll be looking at morality, emotional manipulation, strategy, and more than anything, physical fitness. Basically, this is a full-on combat situation, but we've considered everything that might give one party or another the edge. The 2 contestants who survived the game are Morty Smith and Crumbopulous Michael. That's right, the final round of Squid Game is down to a hired assassin and an emotionally distraught 14-year-old boy who has just lost his family. Crumbopulous has got a one-track mind for murder. He's fast, stealthy, and stronger than you would expect for someone.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
As one of the most lethal people in the multiverse, even without his weapons. On the other side, you have Morty. He's seen too much death and violence. He's not too bad in a fight, despite lacking the proper training and not being any stronger than the average kid. Still, we have seen him go into some pretty intense rages. He's no master manipulator, that much is true, but he has a sort of naive innocence that was enough to endear him even to Rick, one of the coldest people around. Is it possible that just by communicating to his opponent how much suffering and loss there has been in the games already, Morty would come out on top? Well, of course not. Grumbopulus just loves killing people too much. He's gonna walk out with the money and possibly retire. Nah, he won't, because he loves his job too much. And that's it. Our pick for which Rick and Morty character would win Squid Game.
Damn.
Hi, folks.
Okay, so that was the end of that really long adult animated cartoon character Squid Game. So, we're almost at 3 hours. Let's see. Oh yeah, I had that. Where is it? Oh Jesus, that one is an hour long. I think we'll go for the 30-minute one.
Guys, I'm sorry. I know this video took me a while to make, but when I...
This is by...
The 30-minute is better.
Yeah. This is by... The Remaster is his name.
I decided I was going to make a video about Sonic.exe. I was not aware of the giant gaping rabbit hole that I was jumping into. I thought there was only one Sonic.exe. You know, this one. But it turns out there are multiple Sonic.exes, all with their own backstories and everything. And unlike the cliche-filled flaming garbage heap that is the original creepypasta, some of these are actually pretty damn good. Or at least the backstories for some of these characters get kind of wild, but more on that later.
But Ramster, you just called
It's the evil Sonic, not the oak
in
one.
the title, you said it was a masterpiece. Did you just clickbait me, you fraud?
Hey! Calm your ass down, alright? I did not clickbait you. My opinion on the series has definitely changed quite a bit after making this video. Sonic.exe is actually a masterpiece, but not because of the original story Stephen King level writing, that's for sure. Please, allow me to take you on a little journey through the history of the series. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And by the end, I will explain to you exactly why I think that Sonic.exe is actually a masterpiece.
Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up your day? Don't you feel that sometimes you just need to run away?
Cupcakes.
Cupcakes!
What is the song you're singing?
Oh, that's Can You Feel the Sunshine. That's I think Sonic Racers. Yeah, there's some good songs on that album.
Written by the infamous JC the Hyena, this story was submitted to the
Sonic
Creepypasta Wiki on August 9, 2009.
Sonic R.
Over
Okay, yeah.
12 years ago.
That's the
Damn,
game.
Man. Saying that makes me feel kind of old.
Sonic R.
The overall was awful. To start things off, it is filled to the brim.
All bangers.
Every gaming creepypasta cliche imaginable. Protagonist somehow acquires a weird-looking game that has its name written on it with a Sharpie? Check. Describing everything as hyper-realistic? Definitely check.
Check.
Protagonist sees something happen in the game that definitely shouldn't be happening and writes it off as just a glitch? Check.
Check.
And what is up with that last one anyway? I swear, creepypasta protagonists are kind of like Elder Scrolls guards. Something could come crawling out of their screens, kill their whole family, eat the last Hot Pocket, and these guys will just be like, oh, must have been the wind.
The first Sonic EXE crawled so others could carry.
I know characters in horror-related media aren't exactly known for their intelligence, but this guy has the IQ of a jar of goddamn mayonnaise. Tom gets a strange disc in the mail, accompanied by a note. Looking at the note, he learns it was sent to him by his best friend Kyle, who he hasn't heard from in 2 weeks. In the note, Kyle instructs Tom to destroy the disc before it's too late, and that he couldn't do it himself because he is already after him. Kyle even ends the note by saying, and I quote, "Don't even play the game. It's what he wants. Just destroy it. Please." So what does Tom do immediately after reading this note? That's right, he jams the disc straight into his PC and plays the damn game.
I hope the MF isn't dead. He owes me $5 LMAO.
Well, hell, he's dead. Just take it out of his pocket. I was gonna say, damn, what a good friend. He does exactly what his bestest friend in the world tells him not to do.
This image pop up on screen and has this to say about it. I figured it was just a glitch and forgot about it. What? Look, I understand your first immediate thought after seeing this isn't that your game is haunted, but it took him up until the character select
It is a
screen
good
after
song.
seeing that Dr. Robotnik was a playable character for him to say, that's when I realized it wasn't a glitchy game. It was a hacked game. Yeah, no shit, Tom. And he has the audacity to call himself a smart gamer right after that.
But he's a fucking imbecile, you absolute buffoon.
And then there's the
Yeah,
crazy number of
exactly.
things in this creepypasta that just make zero sense whatsoever. For starters, the way Cal's note is written kinda implies that Cal is already dead, or at least being hunted down by Sonic.exe. But if that's the case, then how is he able to write this letter and post it to Tom? And if he's not dead, then how is he not able to just break the disc himself if he did have time to write a letter, walk over to the mailbox,
Some bland
and post it?
names,
Surely that
LOL.
takes longer than just snapping a disc in half. Then there's the unnecessary amount of detail that...
Yeah, that's a good point. If you've got enough time to write a letter, seal it in an envelope, and, like, put it in the mailbox to ship it, you've got enough time to destroy the disc yourself.
Tom can describe
Are you
everything,
streaming
no matter how
tomorrow?
small or insignificant it is. Take the altered title screen.
Probably not.
According to Tom, this image was on screen for only a split second, yet he's able to describe exactly what it looked like, down to the last minute detail.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last
It's a description of things that were on the screen for
minute details.
barely a
Homelander
nanosecond.
grinning face with smiling eyes.
The game would stay on a cut to something.
The Homelander meme.
It stayed
Yeah.
black for about 7 seconds. 7 seconds? What's the point in being so specific? Am I supposed to believe that Tom, while being creeped out of his mind, was just sitting there counting the entire time? Come on, man. Then there's the ending, which is written in a way that implies that Tom gets killed at the end. Yet this entire story is told from Tom's perspective and written in past tense. So we know he's okay, or at
Flawless
least not
victory.
dead, otherwise he wouldn't have been able to write the story. So the ending just kind of falls flat. Also, if Sonic.exe is able to manifest himself in the real world, why the hell would he choose to do so in the form of a damn plushie, and not just, I don't know, himself? I mean, be honest.
Yeah.
If this hyper-realistic plonker appeared in your room at night, you'd shit yourself. But no, instead he chose this. Why? Now last but definitely not least, the thing that probably makes the least amount of sense to this entire creepypasta. The story opens up with Tom saying, I'm a total Sonic the Hedgehog fan. And then right after that, he says, I don't think I've ever played glitchy or hacked games before. Like, dude, have you played Sonic 06? Either he hasn't played it, in this case, are you really a true Sonic fan? Or he has played it. But you don't get to claim you've never played a glitchy game before after that. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about the original creepypasta. It's horribly written, and overall just doesn't really make any sense.
But Ramster, you just said you'd explain to us why Sonic.exe is actually a masterpiece.
Oh god, I regret playing Sonic 06.
Yeah, I heard that's like one of the worst ones, right?
And we'll get there, I promise. But to get to the good, we must first get through the bad. And ironically enough, the creepypasta itself is the worst part of this entire series.
It was the worst.
Oh man. I like the little hands coming up too. Those are
It
creepy.
can only get better from here. Almost exactly 1 year after the release of the creepypasta, August 13, 2012, a game about Sonic.exe was made by a developer called MY5D Crimson. This is actually how I found out about Sonic.exe, by seeing a playthrough of it by some ordinary gamer. You know, this guy.
Holy crap, did you see how young Mudahar was? Hang on.
Sonic.exe was made by a developer called MY5D Crimson. This is actually how I found out about Sonic.exe, by seeing a playthrough
Look at the baby! Look how young Mudahar is here.
of it by some ordinary gamer. You know, this guy. The game was supposed
I love that clip of him. That's like one of the best laughs I've ever heard.
to be a playable recreation of the game that Tom played in the creepypasta based on how it was described
The
by
earlier
him.
games if Sonic
I'd say it
EXE
succeeded
that
in
weren't
It
peak.
is a very faithful recreation. Maybe even a little too faithful. The only actual gameplay this game has is holding right, making it really nothing more than a walking sim. The game even goes as far as recreating the timing of the cuts down to the exact amount of seconds they were set to be in the creepypasta. It did have some good things, though. For example, the music that plays during the first level is genuinely kind of creepy. I've heard it so many times now over the years that it kind of lost its touch, but it's definitely a little unnerving. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if anyone can relate to this, but there's something about music played in reverse that kind of creeps me out a little bit. I
Well,
can't
yeah,
really
'cause it
explain
sounds
why that
creepy.
is, but it just feels wrong, you know? It's like that eerie sensation you get sometimes when you're home alone and you're certain no one else is there, yet you still have this strange feeling of being watched. And that's pretty much how I feel when I hear reverse music. Maybe I'm just weird, I don't know. And then there's
No, I get it. I get it.
God image. In the creepypasta,
Insert
this is described
Kefka
as
laugh.
the most unpleasant image of a hyper-realistic
And to be fair, that Kefka laugh is creepy.
son. And while the hyper-realistic part kind of got lost in translation, it is most definitely unpleasant.
Yo, what?
Did you hear that little giggle?
Is he looking at me like that?
Oh, I like that video.
What's up, little bud? Got a staring problem, pal?
Like what, dude? He's just looking at you. He's a baby.
Look at his face. Dumb little face.
Stop.
But once you hear over and over, it just loses its touch.
Yeah, I can see that. Yo, get your boy, man.
I cannot for the life of me seem to find out who made this. If anyone does, please let me know in the comments. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that original game had a lot of uncredited stolen art in it, and that's not good.
It was Mr. Crimson himself, but whoever it was, kudos to them, because this image is genuinely terrifying. And can we please talk?
Yeah, it is creepy looking.
Talk about some ordinary gamers.
We hit the 3-hour mark,
I think
fam.
most of you guys have probably at least heard of him before, right? He used to make a
Yeah.
lot of creepypasta content back in the day, or you might know him from this meme that was quite popular a while ago.
I love that video of him laughing.
Let's look at his reaction first, and I'll get to the point.
Who that?
Oh my god, Mudahar, are you serious? Really? He had to have been acting, come on.
That fake gasp LMAO.
Right? Now, that remake that they did of this game, it does have like a jump scare screamer type thing at the end. That did get me. That was actually better, because that did get me. That made me jump.
This has become a meme, but not this. This is some big meme potential.
Oh my god, that's so weird.
They got better.
Now that is appropriate. That is an appropriate reaction to this.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that one made sense.
Can someone please make this a thing? Alright.
Is that shit where they just like make random weird autistic noises or something? And it's supposed
NPC.
Yeah, the NPC thing or whatever, yeah. I am undiagnosed, but I'm pretty damn sure, so don't at me about the autistic joke.
Thank you. Back to the video. They replaced this image in a later update of the game, I suppose in an attempt to make it scarier, but it doesn't really do anything for me, honestly. The old one was way more unnerving. So yeah, even though the game had a few good things
What was that?
for me, honestly, the old one was way more unnerving.
I don't know, they're both kind of unnerving, but like I said, that second one there actually jump scares you, so.
Yeah, even though the game had a few good things about it, it really wasn't anything that special when you look back on it today. Sticking too close to the source material was probably its biggest flaw, as like I said earlier, there's really no more gameplay involved other than holding right and waiting for the inevitable jump scare to happen. However, this did not stop
The Markiplier jump.
Everyone played this game back in the day.
Hi, Corey Kenshin. Hi, PewDiePie.
Jacksepticeye, and these videos were raking in millions.
Look at Mark.
I even commented on PewDiePie's Sonic.exe video 10 years ago. Look, it's very creepy. Is it, Mini Ramster? Is it really?
Press X to doubt.
This game became so popular that it somehow managed to turn EXE games into its own genre.
Doubt.
Almost no existing franchise could escape the fate of being turned into an EXE game. There's Pokemon.exe, Kirby.exe, Yoshi.exe, and then there are some more wild ones, such as Toy Story.exe, Aladdin.exe, Where's Waldo.exe. Okay, that last one doesn't really exist, but it kind of feels like a missed opportunity for an obvious jump scare.
Yeah, true.
Because of the success of the original Sonic.exe game, its developer MY5T Crimson made a sequel. On January 9, 2014, Sally.exe was released. It didn't really do anything to try and improve on the original. It's pretty much the same thing all over again, except
Yeah.
instead of Tails, Knuckles, and Robotnik getting killed, this time it's Amy, Cream, and Sally. I don't
All the
really have too
gore,
much to say
all
about
the
it.
gorals.
peeking yet.
It follows the EXE formula.
Yeah,
down
not
to a
peeking
T.
yet.
Even though this developer is pretty much the one who invented that formula, it was just so played out at this point that it just ended up feeling like too much of the same.
Holy! Look at all this damage!
It did get
Look at all
this
this damage.
but nowhere near the amount the original game did. But then there were just so many low-quality EXE games that they slowly became a bit of a meme. EXE games kind of turned into a parody of themselves in a way, and like with most internet trends, people eventually got tired of it, and the whole EXE trend slowly died out. The admins of the Creepypasta Wiki, which is where the original Creepypasta was posted, were also sick of something that they deemed low effort, being pretty much the face of Creepypastas at this point. Because of this, they decided to remove Sonic.exe from the Creepypasta Wiki and post it on the Trollpasta Wiki instead, which is a place where people would post creepypastas that were intentionally written to be bad. Shitpost, basically. Understandably
Yeah,
so,
shitpost
the author of
pastas.
Sonic.exe, JC the Hyena, wasn't too happy with that decision. But instead of simply expressing his displeasure and leaving it at that, JC instead decided to write an entire supervillain monologue in which he literally declared war on the Creepypasta Wiki. Look, I tried summarizing this rant a bit, because
Oh
it's
Lord,
pretty long,
JC
but I
Hyena.
feel like every part I
Yep.
take out is just doing it a disservice. So I'm just gonna put on my best villain voice and read it to you.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
Oh, here we go. Another dramatic reading of the JC the Hyena outrage post.
I deeply regret to inform you all that I received some bad news. The admins of the Creepypasta Wiki have finally decided to delete Sonic.exe off of the wiki on the grounds that it was badly written, had too many cliches,
Lock and
and was a
goth.
bad example of what should be a creepypasta.
Bull friggin'
As
horseshit!
you can see, I am furious with the fact that my masterpiece, which has won the hearts of millions and has made a massive impact on the internet, is being brought down by a bunch of jealous, arrogant, retarded,
Dirty furry haters!
But that does not mean I'm just
Are you going
sit
to
down
play
and take this
Conan?
lightly. No,
Rolling on the floor laughing.
I don't know, we'll
Rolling
see.
on the floor laughing.
Listen, everyone. I need your help with this. We are at war here. I want every Sonic.exe fan who is reading this to get the word out. I want you to tell every other Sonic.exe fan out there, every fanatic, every artist,
We are at war.
of my creation of
We are at
to my
war!
friends who are also Sonic.exe
I love the music and the background images.
fans, if they have to. Tell
Bro is crashing
the
out.
spirit of Sonic.exe alive. Make more fan art. Make more videos. Block praise Sonic.exe like you never have before. Build websites dedicated to his greatness.
With
Whatever
Shao
you
and
gotta do to
Rukio.
keep him alive and strong, just do it.
I knew he was gonna do. Just do it!
Deletion of Sonic.exe from the wiki is but a minor cut on our flower of greatness, my friends. And that cut has done nothing but further the spreading. And we are the pollen of this flower. We need to prepare
He not
for
crashing
our
out
victory
with
over
best
the
boy
haters.
Rico.
The haters need to bleed for their crimes.
Not my baby
Rejoice,
boy.
my fellow Sonic.exe fans. Our glorious little hellspawn shall have the last laugh yet. This will be his ultimate victory. The absolute subjugation of the internet itself. Sorry, I got a little bit too much into character there. My bad, guys.
Wow.
Hey, it made it more entertaining.
And Johnny and Kenshi is my baby boy. 10/10 villainous laugh.
But this is a little melodramatic, don't you think? The deletion of Sonic.exe from the wiki is but a minor cut on our flower of
No,
greatness.
that's Goth Mermaid Gamer baby
Now,
boy.
we can laugh at this man all we
Aw.
want, and we should. But when he wrote, "Our glorious little hellspawn shall have the last laugh yet," he wasn't lying. This is the point where my knowledge on Sonic.exe pretty much ended before I decided to make this video. And my opinion on it was the exact same as almost everyone else on the internet. It was fun while it lasted, but looking back on it, it just kinda sucked.
There was a bad creepypasta that had a mediocre game made about it, that opened the floodgates to a whole genre of EXE games that were mostly even worse. Then the trend died off, the creepypasta got removed, and, well, that's about it. End of Sonic.exe.
Can we share Johnny and Kenshi?
Creepypastas as a whole, it kinda hit their peak, and we're starting to lose popularity by the day.
Share?
Especially the gaming side of creepypastas, which basically still only consisted of EXE games and Slender Clone. It was played out. People got sick and tired of it, and they were longing for something new. And that's exactly what they got.
It's about that
August
now.
8th, 2014, and at the time small indie game was released that you might have heard of before.
Uh-oh. Bum ba dum bum ba dum dum da dum da dum.
Oh, FNAF.
Da 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 da.
Hey, Vsauce.
Five Nights at Freddy's. In a way, I think Five Nights at Freddy's was really the final nail in the coffin of creepypasta games. It was the next big internet horror trend.
Face
People were
with
sick
tears
all
of
the
joy.
Slender clones back then, but the sheer number of clone games Five Nights at Freddy's got makes the amount that Slender did look as pale as Slenderman himself in comparison. But that's a topic
Damn.
for another day. Everyone jumped on the FNAF bandwagon and never looked back again. For one exception, that is. At the end of 2021, a mod was released for Friday Night Funkin'. I've never played it personally, but it's basically just a rhythm game. However, the
Yeah,
main
me
reason
either.
this game became as popular as it is now is because of how easy it is to mod. And one of these mods
LUL.
was, you guessed it, Sonic.exe. Because of the immense popularity of Friday Night Funkin', and therefore this mod, this completely put Sonic.exe back on the radar. Especially a younger generation that missed out on the creepypasta craze of the early 2010s were now introduced to the character for the first time.
I'm not a rapper.
Now, Sonic.exe never fully went away, however, it was limited to a very niche audience. But because of this resurgence in popularity, everything that happened since the original drop-off of Sonic.exe...
What
also
do you
proved
say
be
to
popular.
us
People
sharing
that were
share
familiar with the
Johnny and
character from back in the
Kenshi?
day, now had a whole bunch of new
I'm
stuff coming
NKT, a
back,
rapper,
adding to its
LOL.
rise in popularity. And not only did Sonic.exe regain its popularity,
Haven't
it
played
became more
much, but
popular
it's
than
a
it
good
ever
rhythm
was.
game.
Looking at its search history, even today, the term Sonic.exe is searched way more than it ever was.
I guess I would
back
say
in the
no.
day. While I was aware of a bit of a resurgence of Sonic.exe in the past 2 years, I was not aware of how big it actually was.
That's what she said.
Called it.
Nor did I ever really look into the things that have come out since then. So I had a lot of catching up to do when I decided I was going to make this video.
Okay.
And this is when my opinion on the series took a 180-degree turn for the better. I played a lot of EXE games for this video that I've missed out on over the past few years. And if I had to cover all of them, this video would have never come out. So I decided to pick my 3
There's the
favorite
peak.
ones and stick to those for this video.
Yep.
What I'm going to do
Peak
tell you the
is
backstory
coming.
of the
Peak is
Sonic.exe
arising.
version that appears in the game, and then go over the game itself. Because apparently there are now multiple versions of Sonic.exe, and they all have slightly different backstories. I tried my best to find out the separate backstories of each
Sonic
of these versions that I
EYX.
wanted to cover, but it got pretty convoluted real quick. So to those watching that are big Sonic.exe fans, if I get any of these backstories wrong,
I am
or slightly
enjoying the
mixed up,
stream.
I'm sorry. Absolutely.
Oh, I'm
feel free
glad.
to correct me in the comments. But before I cover the backstories of any new versions, let me first go over the backstory for the original Sonic.exe. Apparently, he's now an entity named X, and this is where it gets crazy. I got this from the wiki, by the way. Listen to this. X is a being that was accidentally created in the void during a cataclysm involving multiple forms of primordial energy, indirectly creating a sentient mass of dark matter with 2 red eyes. So this is apparently Sonic.exe's true form. He is an anomalous, interdimensional,
That's kinda
energy-based
spooky.
entity driven by an instinctive lust for destruction and pain. Becoming completely obsessed with enslaving the human race, X took the form of Sonic the Hedgehog and created a
Spooky.
haunted CD-ROM copy of the original Sega Genesis game that acted as a portal separating his dimension from Earth. Since then, he's been using his cult to pass down the game from victim to victim, hoping to one day use it to merge the 2 realms together and rule the human world as a god. Wow, let me take that in for a second. Alright, okay, so let me get this straight. This interdimensional being has the ability to take on any form he wants, right? Like he could be, I don't know, a giant spider or an evil clown or Freddy Krueger or something. Yet he chose to begin his quest for world domination in the form of Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm sorry, what? What's so scary about
Yeah.
Sonic that X looked at him and thought, yeah, that's perfect.
You.
And maybe he looked at some Sonic fan art instead of the actual character. Honestly, that stuff can be pretty scary at times. Now let's actually go
Oh my god!
for a new take on Sonic.exe.
Lord X from the Sonic.exe PC port. From what I could gather, Lord X is an
Oh,
alternate
I love the little, wait, go back.
form of Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm sorry, what? What's the
Hang
story
on.
about Sonic that X looked at him and thought, yeah, that's perfect? And maybe he looked at some Sonic fan art instead of the actual character. Honestly, that's
The little video
Stuff
he
can be
used. Oh, actually, I'm in the way. Hang on. Why is the video all
Not
stretched?
Sonado.
Oh no, is that what this ship is called? Where is window capture? Why is my window capture
Sadly,
so
yes.
Why is the window capture so stretched out? There we go. See the little video over here? Hang on.
Freddy Krueger or something. Yet he choked. I'm sorry, what? He looked at some Sonic fan art instead of the actual character. Honestly, that stuff can be pretty scary at times. Now let's actually...
A little video he used. Okay, let's get back over here.
go over a new take on Sonic.exe.
Lord X from the Sonic.exe PC port. From what I could gather, Lord X is an alternate timeline version of the original Sonic.exe that is more serious and sadistic in nature. So the backstory of the original Sonic.exe also applies to this one. Only this version straight up eats the flesh of his victims, and from what I understand, the characters that you play as in the game are the souls of his previous victims that he's toying with by constantly killing them over and over. The game is supposed to take place a long time after the events of the original creepypasta, meaning it's also a more experienced version of the character, who has become better at toying with his victims. This game is regarded as also being one of the biggest reasons why Sonic.exe gained popularity again, next to the Friday Night Funkin' mod. It is, however, only a demo. The full game still hasn't come out after 3 years, but it is what it is. So let's check it out. By the way, I'll put a download link for each of these games in the description in case you want to play any of them yourself. We start the game off in Green Hill Zone, except the music is a little bit off. Yo, why is Stills acting all sassy like that? You're about to lose that attitude real quick, man, trust me on that. After proceeding through the level a bit, the game hits us with one of those calling you by your name things that EXE games love to do. And after that, we're transported to a different version of Green Hill Zone.
Bro, better stop yawning.
Really well is it doesn't start you off in the scary version of Green Hill Zone right away, but it gradually gets more and more messed up as you go on. The music slowly gets more distorted, the colors slowly get more dull, and in the last stage, the flowers even have eyes and mouth.
Oh damn! What that mouth do? Wait, I gotta see that again.
The animation is also really fun in this game. You can actually see Tails start to look more and more scared with every new stage of the level. And when you finally see Sonic, he's happy at first, but then starts to get suspicious.
But wait a minute!
Because
what's that mouth do rolling on the floor laughing?
And then the little, I don't know if you can hear that sound. I can't exactly make it, but the little sounds of the blinking.
Be aware of the fact that you've done this before, saying things like, hello again, and remember this? After this, we're transported to Angel Island Zone. We walk for a bit until Sonic says, how about a game for old time's sake? We then have to run away from Sonic while he chases us. And you better start running right away because this boy is fast.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. Helicopter, helicopter.
Has trees both of our tails, which causes us to lose our speed.
I lose my speed.
Eventually, Tails
Oh
trips
no,
and
not his tails.
Some orchestral rendition of the
You
Sonic
have
theme
no
starts
ideas
playing.
how fast
You're
I
probably
am.
like, well, that's it. Tails is dead. But then something unexpected happens. Sonic just flies right past us. Tails gets up, looks at us, and starts pointing in the opposite direction, like, yo, you better get the fuck out of here. And I was like, yo, say less, man, I got you.
Say less, man. I got you, homie.
For the first time in an EXE game, escape seems like a possibility. But then all of a sudden, we run into a wall. It appears we were tricked
Love Thai video.
into thinking we got away. As all of a sudden, Sonic appears behind us, grabs Tails, and opens wide.
Tails, no.
When we open it back up again, we are met with the classic Sonic.exe title screen. Only this time, it's actually kind of freaky.
Why does he... Oh. No, I don't want to come here. No thanks.
Oh lord.
Okay, that is a little creepy, I'll admit. Ba, 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 ba.
We
Da,
peeking
da,
now.
da, 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 da. Yep, Pika's here.
The game then hits us with an anti-piracy screen and stops doing anything. But then I noticed a text file had appeared on my desktop, and when I opened it, the Sonic in the anti-piracy screen reacted to it. The files are messages sent by Tails.
Oh yeah, he keeps going, "Stop looking at the files and play the game!"
To communicate with us through them. But Sonic doesn't like that very much and gets more and more pissed every time we open one of them and commands us to stop. And if we keep opening them, this happens.
Stop!
After that, we get one final text file saying, "I think it's better to wait for now. It's just the beginning." And that's the end of the demo. I genuinely really enjoyed this game. The sprite work and animations were really good, and I hope it gets a full release one day. It's been 3 years, however, since this demo came out, so I'm not too hopeful. Moving on to a completely different...
That's too bad, because that was pretty good.
Sonic.EYX from the Sonic Editable ROM.
EYX.
Separate take on the character that's not directly linked to the original creepypasta in any way. This game too is only a demo, and therefore Sonic.EYX doesn't really...
Now we
have a
are at peak.
All we know about him is what we see in the game. He's more of an eldritch horror type creature and has these strange ritualistic symbols on him. This game has no chill and drops you right into the sauce, as when we boot up the game, the first thing we see is this.
Oh god.
The game cuts to the title screen and does its thing before the game warns us to quit and delete it immediately while we still have the chance. But as smart gamers, we're not scared, so we proceed with the game.
Run! Get out while you still can!
It's just a normal level that reminded me of how much I actually suck at Sonic games. The further we go,
Yeah, boy, what the hell, boy?
Why you bully me? We also get a few
Why you bully me?
reminding us that we're not playing a normal Sonic game before finally reaching the other side, where we're greeted by Sonic.exe.
Boy, what the hell, boy?
He morphs into a normal Sonic form and runs away. We chase after him, and that's when things start to get messed up. First, we get this jump scare of a possessed Tails that, after it disappears, turns the level a lot darker. Not long after, we get this screen of Sonic with no eyes saying, "Meet me at the beginning," before briefly turning into his true form. Then the music gets distorted, and Tails no longer has eyes. We continue walking, after which we are once again greeted by the possessed Tails, screaming, "Make it stop." Now the level is completely dark, and the background is barely visible. We make our way through the darkness until we finally run into Sonic, who then lunges at us and crashes the game. After restarting the game, we're greeted by Knuckles. He asks us why we enjoy seeing them all suffer so much, and that they don't deserve this fate. Instead, we do. He then ends off this baseless accusation by saying, "He is coming now." After which we get an error message saying, "Sonic Editable ROM has failed to log into your current internet connection." Wait, what?
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize.
After loading back into the game once again, we see... Ray? Who the fuck is Ray? He appears to be running from something.
Yeah, who the hell is Ray? I don't know that character.
Giant Eyed.
Not that I'm a Sonic expert or anything.
The background is watching him. Eventually, Sonic jump scares us and starts chasing Ray. Ray seems to be communicating with us throughout this, as the score time and rings counter slowly turns into the messages, "Sonic, stop, please. Somebody help me," and "Player save me," just before being caught by Sonic. We then get put into another level, Crystal Lake Zone. I really enjoyed the atmosphere of this level. The graphics look really good, and the music has a very calming effect, but don't be fooled by this.
Sonic is watching.
Once again, this level plays normal for a while before spooky stuff starts to happen all of a sudden.
Oh no!
The first thing that happens is, after a while, the ground randomly disappears under Sonic's feet, and you see a scene of him presumably having drowned and a pair of eyes staring right at him, after which you are transported back to the normal level.
How are you coming fast? Why the fuck you coming fast?
Not long after that, the level randomly transforms into this...
Ray the Flying Squirrel was an old character in a Japanese arcade game that never came to the USA. Why you coming fast?
So far is nothing compared to you, and that he
Thanks for the info, we appreciate it.
The window starts moving and unsettling music starts to play. That genuinely made me feel a little uneasy. Once again, I don't know what it is about reverse music, but it just creeps me out.
Anyway, we then get another error message saying access to webcam declined. I like how the game messes with your desktop like this. It really makes it seem like this version of Sonic is not just limited to the boundaries of the game. We then cut back to an eyeless Sonic going through a now dark and abandoned version of the level. After reaching the end of the level, Sonic just stops and stares at us before jumping off screen and jump scaring us. We are then transported back to the normal version of Crystal Lake Zone, where we get to finish the level normally and move on to the next one, in which we get a cutscene of Sonic getting attacked by Dr. Robotnik and Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic knocks Sonic out, for which Robotnik starts laughing at him. But guess who's there to ruin his day?
Uh-oh. Oh, jeez! Okay, that's really creepy. That was good.
We then have to reload the game once again, after which we get to play
That
the
boy
last
hid
level.
behind the
We
rock.
play as Tails, who looks
Yep.
like he's seen some shit at this point, and have to guide him through
Oh,
a cave
poor
that gets
Tails.
darker and darker as we move on. Eventually, this giant pair of eyes appear in the background, staring at Tails, upon which he starts to run faster and more nervously, before inevitably running into Sonic, who once again lunges at him and puts him out of his misery for good.
Aww.
And that's the end. Or at least for now, as this too is only a demo. I really hope to see the full version of this come out one day, maybe even more so than the previous one. The sprite work in this is phenomenal, and I might even go as far as to say this is the best EXE game I've personally ever played. And I can't wait to see what the full version will be like once, or if, it ever comes out. For the third and final game, I wanted to take a look at something a little simpler, the Sonic.exe official remake. As the name suggests, it's a remake of the original Sonic.exe game, only it's done so much better. To start things off, they replaced the default Kefka laugh Sonic always had in the original games with a new and original one that sounds way better and off-putting. In the
Yeah,
first level, after the
that
first
is a little
enemies start
creepier.
appearing, you can actually see Tails' expression start to change into a more worried look. He also has custom animations in which he points the player forward. After
Great
getting to Sonic
improvement.
in the original version, Tails would walk up to him by himself. But in this one, Tails seems to want to run away from him, and you actually have to force him to walk up to Sonic against his will. If you stop holding right, he'll automatically run away to the left. Just like in the original, we are then transported to the hide-and-seek level. Everything in this game just looks so much better, and the custom animations are done really well. After walking for a bit, we are suddenly stopped, and the text appears on screen saying,
Time's up. Ready or
Oh yeah, we're at a little over 30 minutes past 3 hours, guys.
Sonic then chases us as the driving theme starts playing just like in the original. And he opens his mouth further and further the closer he gets. After Sonic catches Tails, we get a new death animation and scream. Listen to this.
Oh.
Nasty.
Next up is
Yeah, exactly.
Levels are
Ew,
completely dark,
nasty.
except for the occasional lightning flash or two. Sometimes you can even see Sonic in the background during them. Knuckles
Smiling
also
face
has
with
new
open
animations
mouth
that
and
make you
cold
look
sweat.
scared.
Smiling
After
face
Sonic
with
finds
open
us,
mouth
there's
and
new music
tightly
that plays
closed
during the
eyes.
battle, and it's a banger. However, the music won't save him as Knuckles 2 meets his fate.
Thinus.
Ugh.
The part where you play as Dr.
Canoogles!
Robotnik plays out pretty much the same up until Sonic appears. Sonic now has an animation here instead of just cutting to the static like it did in the original.
Oh my
We get to
gosh.
see all our characters dead for the last time before cutting
Oh
to
my
the
God.
new and actually improved this time I Am God screen.
I got this.
Damn, that looks crisp. This version is the only one I actually like better than the original. But to make it even better, he starts writing I Am God on your screen with blood.
Yeah, he actually writes it.
And to top it all off, he actually jumps out at you like he was set to do in the original creepypasta, and leaves
Yeah, that's the part that actually it got me. It actually made me jump.
behind the screen crack. The game then closes itself, but the text and the crack stay on screen and won't disappear. As far as I could find out, you had to remove it through the task manager. That's honestly a really cool effect. I love it.
Mhm.
Once again, this is done so much better than the original. I think this
Yes.
is as creative and polished as it can be, while still remaining completely faithful to the events of the original creepypasta. And I love it for it. This is the definitive way to play Sonic.exe in my opinion. Now, I hear you thinking,
You still haven't told us why you think Sonic.exe is actually a masterpiece. And you're right, dear viewer, I haven't yet. But in order to do that correctly, I had to go over the history of the series first. So why do I think that Sonic.exe is actually a masterpiece? When I claim that, I'm obviously not talking about the original creepypasta, but the concept that Sonic.exe draws from. Something that is supposed to be kid-friendly and innocent, corrupted into something that is the complete opposite, is a concept with endless possibilities. I think it is for this reason that Sonic.exe is pretty much the only creepypasta still relevant today. The games that have come out over the past few years are genuinely good, and games like Sonic.eyx prove that there is still so much untapped potential in that concept. And while the original creepypasta, the game based on it, and all the other EXE games it spawned may not have been that good by themselves, I have a lot of fond memories of playing these games and watching other YouTubers play them as well, which I've come to appreciate more and more as time went on. Whether it was to actually get scared or collectively laugh our asses off, many of us have had a lot of fun playing these games, and we never would have had these memories if it wasn't for this hyper-realistic menace over here. All of this is part of the legacy of Sonic.exe. JC the Hyena got exactly what he wanted. His glorious little hellspawn had the last laugh. He is the only creepypasta character from back in the day still standing tall, and because of that, Sonic.exe is actually a masterpiece.
Very good. I would say ever since JC the Hyena kind of gave up the rights, or whatever you want to call it, to the character to let everybody else, anybody else do their own thing with it, that's when it started to get better. Okay, so I think I'm gonna call it now. So let's go back to chatting.
And this is where we will call it.
Indeed.
I have a YouTube and Discord channel in the description. I have a donate button which is appreciated. Thank you all for joining.
But not necessary.
Bye ya.
Well, yep, pretty much what he just said. Oh, so yeah, and I will...
But not necessary.
Yes. So yeah,
My favorite Twitch streamer.
Bye-bye. Yes, I'll see y'all in the next stream, which will probably be like Monday. Yeah, it'll be Monday. So, goodbye everyone. Love you all.